So Zerf and I worked out that Rosalind is eventually going to transcend space-time and be able to intimidate people in other worlds.
It just
Yep.
happens. Nobody knows why they're very scared all of a sudden. It just happens.
It's gonna be an interdimensional legend.
I showed you guys the robot kobold I saw pictures of, right?
I think. If not, I've got a few pictures of a robot kobold.
He's
Somewhere.
adorable. I love the carrying handle on his back. But I think I relate most to the loading face.
Just me in general.
Oh,
Gone.
Dusty's in the timeout well.
How'd that happen?
What happened there?
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Hello?
Just hello, Dusty.
How dare you?
I don't know what
Who
happened.
did? I don't. What?
I messaged you saying that we were getting a ton of background noise and nothing changed, so...
Yo, Satisfactory got an update.
Fine.
Yeah, update 4 was waiting for it.
Oh!
Aerial drones. What? Oh. Flying through the factory where there's a functioning power grid. Zip line. Hover pack. That's cool. Oh.
I found a Twitter post that says, "If I can make a fully fleshed out character in the time it takes you to do your turn, I should be able to add. I should be allowed to add him to the party."
Just a bunch of level 1 fighters. Done.
Yeah, it says the next part of that quote is, "Guess who has another dwarven fighter?"
I mean, I have technically 5 character ideas, although one of them is 4 characters and 1 person.
I look forward to that day.
Ah, 10 days to Monster Hunter Rise.
Right. I probably won't be able to afford it.
I love finding D&D memes while I'm waiting for D&D.
Oh, I'm smelling some onions and garlic.
Those
Delicious.
are 2 very good smells. Yep.
Very good smells. Thankfully, I've already eaten.
You had that delicious bird seed.
Yep. Yeah, rice. Good stuff.
My grandmother has a parrot, and like his cage is in the dining room, and he gets really upset if you eat like bread or banana around him without giving him some.
Give. You must. It's illegal not to.
It's the law.
Time to see how well today is gonna go.
Hell yes.
About average.
Do you guys know that comic with like the two wolves, the pink one and the purple one?
I don't think so.
I thought they were foxes. Oh, that one.
I've never seen that comic panel, and I'm glad I lived long enough to see it.
I love it. I love this comic. A lot of it's humor, but a lot of it's very wholesome and adorable.
Hell yeah. Oh, sniff.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like we had somebody picked out last week to do the recap.
Hello?
Or maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
I think you're thinking of the other one where Ricky is supposed to give the recap somehow. Listen, I can try to call the guy, but I don't know if he'll pick up. He hasn't been answering my texts.
It may be out of service.
Yeah, he's probably just like camping somewhere.
He didn't pay his Martin
end of the
Talkie and
world?
Talkie network bill.
He doesn't use that network.
That's
The
the
fees
only
are so
network.
high.
Yeah, that
The fees are just
That network
astronomical, and customer service is honestly skittish.
How are the fees too high?
Well, first,
12x a minute is not a fee. It's
For
an
real.
extortion.
yeah, no, that's just
It
straight
is
up robbery.
not 12 eggs a minute.
Then explain
It
it,
is
on my
one
phone
egg
bill.
per. If you have issues, you can contact the customer service, and they're more than happy to help you.
All they do is yip and scream at you.
How do I call him? I don't have service here.
Calling customer service through your Martin phone is free.
I mean,
Sorry, I ate my Martin phone. It tasted like egg.
where's this bit going?
I don't know.
Also,
Yeah.
Dova, you didn't update your icon.
I did! Oh wait, no, I changed it back to my regular icon. I just fucking clicked on the one I've liked most in my folder.
Word
Unga
about the
bunga.
community's acclaim spreads.
Click on picture of bird.
Birdware has been updated.
Okay, there we go.
Bird has been updated. You
The heck
installed
is-
you installed the newest Bird software.
Where the heck is Musty?
He left like almost 10 minutes ago.
How did I miss this? Very dumb. The last message I have from him is that kobolds cannot drip. Which I think there's definitely some kobolds with some serious drip, okay?
I think that was a question, Dova. If you read it again.
Was it a question? I thought it was a statement.
I don't know whose cat is purring, but I love it.
That is a Martin.
Oh, it's clarifying whether or not
Oh,
kobolds
even
can
better.
have drip.
That is the Martin ringtone.
A resplendent offering.
Oh god.
Well, honestly, any creature purring is just wonderful.
Let's see. Customer service, please take your ticket pin off the grenade and take a seat.
I mean, if they hold on to it, then you're good. You're good to go.
It's fine, I'll just deposit it in the complaint spot.
There you go. Solid work.
All
So
right.
yours was defective and hasn't blown up yet, and put it into the receptionist slot.
I would say, Rosalind,
Aw.
What?
go for the recap.
Okay, angry squirrel noises.
That's pretty good.
I give it about a
Check, check,
8 out of 10. But it got all the important stuff across.
Just screaming. Lots of screaming in
If
general.
if you know if it wasn't like almost 11:30, sorry, it is 11:30, and my wall wasn't directly through to the neighbors, I would actually try to scream to pretend to be a barbarian for a moment. But yeah.
That's fair. I can understand that. Last session, you guys had finished recovering from your bout in, well, being very dead. You'd been interrupted by a who was you later learn to be the captain of the Sharn Watch, a paladin in battered, sort of scuffed armor. Not a literal paladin, you don't think? I don't know. She might be.
This is the
Paladin
same
of
person I threatened to
Sharn.
suplex all the way up to the ship, isn't it?
Did you? I don't think so.
I did. Because they were very demanding, and it's like, I will suplex you all the way up there was the threat I made.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. And then I believe Dusty or Yark said, I believe that's what she wants.
That also sounds correct. Because she is basically the one who wants you to get up there and kill everything, you know? That's the whole goal is to kill the giant airship kind of loitering above the skies of Sharn.
So crash the ship into Shar, got it.
Done. Yeah, that might actually solve things. But might, by the way. But you guys were asleep for around about 10-ish days, and the approximate ultimatum that Cody gave through a telepathic message a few days back, or a few days before you guys went and fought him the first time, was that device that killed about 1 in 50 people in Sharn just instantly would be ready to go again at full strength roughly 3 days from the current time. You guys left, tried to get a bit of supplies, tried to relax a little bit, exercise those weary legs, and eventually made your way over to the bastion, where you guys got a small briefing of what was going to happen. The gist of it is that they want to teleport you into the airship, where you just fucking go at it. There's no real plan on exactly whether this will work or whether it'll stop it, but not much else to do.
But we started to form a plan where Sinil and myself will form a distraction team, and the rest will go for the the
Underbelly.
control nodes. Yeah. To which Yark and I went and made a earth bomb.
Oh yeah, you guys, you made the elemental or what is it? The
Devastation orb of Earth.
Yeah, the Earth orb, the Earth devastation orb. Is that Dusty back? Hello. Fair. And after getting a bunch of preparations done, getting some food, checking back on the inn, you guys went back into your villa, the door of which is in the inn's basement, and discovered it to be dead, dark, and bereft of pretty much any life aside from your ghost maid, who you found curled up, clenching a small silver locket, just looking absolutely disheveled and atrophied. But upon seeing you, she kind of disappeared and left in her place a silver locket which contained a tiny little drawing of her and your groundskeeper, Irian, who was nowhere to be found. And you've got a good idea as to exactly who did this, that being the Fury. Alright, I'll accept that influence.
Surf and I have been in in-depth talks as to whether we call the Fury the small fry or Blue and Sigma the small fry. We're thinking the Fury is the small fry because she's the one that had to sneak in while we were away.
Yeah.
She did offline raid you.
Yep, she offline raided it.
It's like at least Sigma was brave enough to face us head on.
Hell, he even came to our party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
to be honest-
Showed up. Yeah.
To be honest, I really didn't expect him to come out on his own air bike and attack us. I thought it would
speaks
just
to
be
our character.
I thought it would just be waves of minions until we actually got to the ship.
He did not want to deal with you.
You got to give him. He's got tenacity. He's got the spunk going for him.
Very true.
Just be like, he's for a main villain. He's got a lot of charisma.
Just imagine the Fury like poring over a crystal ball, like watching us discuss this, and it's like, I'll show them Shakespeare.
Bring me my dress. So,
Wrong lever, Crunk.
we'll pick up there as you guys are kind of dealing with the aftermath of your villa being ransacked. What are you guys doing?
Well, considering we only had one day to prepare for the airship fight, and we pretty much spent that whole day, I'd say we take out our anger on Sigma.
I mean, you guys need to sleep. You need to
Yeah.
sleep bad.
I'm gonna
I
bury her body.
I went to get the beds prepared in the end.
All right.
Rosalind is seething because her house was being attacked while she was away. Like, seething so much that her aura is just like hitting the atmosphere.
How long does it look like this attack happened?
Give me an investigation or an arcana check.
The ground is wet, guys.
It's impossible to tell from the way that this happened. Also, in addition, this place is kind of magical, and you reckon there'd probably be something preserving the grounds. It's hard to tell. There's no real weather happening. Yark, you've got your own little way that you can check. You start to kind of work your way into the basement, which is very cold.
Oh, where's Cinder? I can't remember if that's what we called him or not.
Who's Cinder?
Our fire elemental. What's his name?
I believe it was Cinder or something like that.
Oh, in the boiler, maybe?
We also
Is he
had
there?
the Displacer Beast.
Give me a
Carl.
perception check.
I'm sure Sephinar or Rosalind would check on the Displacer Beast.
Yeah,
Coffee.
I was just waiting for Yark to be done with his.
Coming around to the boiler, which is cold to the touch, you peer around, you look inside the hole, and it takes your eyes a moment to adjust, but you see in the darkness a little tiny wisp and just two almost like little sparks. The brightness of the sparks that carry into the air above a campfire. You see two of those just kind of staring back at you, half-lidded, tired.
I'm gonna pick up some of the firewood nearby and throw it in there. And I'm also gonna cocoon
Ca-
oil. Does that burns pretty well, right?
What kind of oil?
Just hold on.
If it's
I
just
can't
if it's the regular oil, then it's light enough to burn just fine.
I'm trying to remember exactly what my alchemy jug makes. I could do wine.
I don't think that burns. I'm gonna be
I
real.
mean, if you're in the basement, there should be like coal and shit nearby because like that is literally what the boiler runs on.
Mhm.
That's true. It just says oil, so I'm guessing it's actual oil, not like cooking oil.
I think it would be like olive oil. But in the
Either way,
book,
I'll
in
do
the
coal
book,
then.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you toss in a little bit of wood and you as well as a little sprinkle of a bit of flammable oil that you have on your person, and you can see this little wisp, almost a smoky shadow, just throw itself at the fuel. Um, Slowly but slowly, you see it slowly start to gain a little bit of brightness and the smell of a faint smoke starts to spread out from the boiler as the fire elemental inside is saved from the brink of just cooling off.
I carefully set a couple more thick logs in there, and tell him, "You build up your strength, big guy. We'll get everything back together soon."
He lets out just like a couple of wheezing grunts, not having the strength to even speak.
And I'll close the boiler and head back.
All right. But heading through the basement towards towards the vault. Um, it takes you a little bit to remember exactly where the button is, but your finger presses down on it, and for a moment, your heart skips as you hear nothing. And then a few moments later, you hear a sliding, kind of clicking, clunking noise as the vault door slowly starts to open, just almost noiselessly on its very well balanced hinge. It's hidden in the wall completely too. And as you look inside, you see this familiar kind of glowing golden hue, kind of decorating the walls as from the large spiky crystal, just kind of sitting on a secure little pedestal. And using a bit of arcane
Artificery.
artificery, tinkery, you you look back and you see exactly when she showed up, and it was about 2 days past your first battle in the air. So it's been about a week and a half, or sorry, about a week since that happened.
Oh man.
Looks like she sprung right away, but
Mm.
there's no mistaking that sort of color and signature of a signature magic that the Fury used.
Hope Uriel's gonna be okay. A
How's
week's a
coffee
long
doing?
time to be in there.
Sorry.
I said, how's coffee doing? I'm gonna go check on coffee.
Coffee is that's the mimic, yeah.
Yep.
Aren't Zerth and I on the
Give
beach?
me
Well, I'm sure we all went our separate ways now.
Mhm. You've slowly kind of branched off, and I'd be happy to say that you'd been making your way off to wherever you'd like to go. Looking for coffee, you are unable to find them.
No, this is a travesty.
Same with the displacer beasts, all the various farm animals, pretty much everything.
I'm just gonna just call coffee to see if it answers, because I
Alright.
know it can change shape. So it may not be the easiest thing to actually find.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Damn.
Who are you trying to intimidate?
The air.
The
Rosalind,
air?
This is basically an indication of Rosalind's anger level.
You are extremely angry. But it is. You like look in. You accidentally look in her direction. I don't know who's where she's at. I'd say there'll probably be Dusty over there. Dusty and York, maybe. You two would both notice a distinct, almost a wavering, radiating heat coming from her, just in all directions.
All right,
She looks pissed.
I'm gonna pour a cup into. I'm gonna pour a drink into a little cup and give it to her. I say, drink this and be careful, it's hot.
Rosalind?
Rosalind's gonna down.
Oh no, that is directly from the pot. Plus 9 though.
Yeah, Constitution is my second best saving throw, with strength being plus 10.
You are wired enough to start shaking.
Now hold on.
What?
I didn't say that was coffee, Dova.
What was it?
It's double concentrated chamomile tea.
So, sleep time.
The sleepiest of all teas.
The sleepiest of all sleepy time teas?
Exactly.
Alright. Your rage slowly fades as the day catches up to you, and as that drink that kind of tasted kind of bitter and earthy like coffee turned out to not quite be coffee. And you feel yourself mellowing out, and you feel the fatigue of the long day you'd had seeping through your bones.
A ritual must have wiped her out more than she thought.
Mm-hmm. That whole Phoenix thing and the ritual itself, that was kind of rough.
Still though, like, there's going to be hell to pay.
Just not right now. Right now it's sleepy time. I'm gonna. Oh, Zerth, were you gonna do something?
I was just looking for coffee. Can't find coffee. Zerf is very sad.
I'm gonna hold your hand and like my hand around your one claw and pull you forward and say, we should probably get Roz in the bed before the tea wears off.
That's probably a good idea.
I feel like you're the best candidate for this particular job.
It's because I'm the most hardy, isn't it?
Well, also you're her husband, but that too.
I'm gonna go pick Rosalind up and tuck her into bed.
All right.
And I had all the beds made up. There's even a mint on each pillow.
Dusty, Sinnel, would you like to do anything else? Nope. Who'd we lose?
Sinnel we
My
lost
hamster
Dusty.
is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
Sinnel is kind of just gonna wander back to the inn. Honestly, he never really had much attachment to the house, so...
I mean, you had the displacer beast, yeah?
That wasn't his.
It was still your house.
Mm-hmm.
Actually...
We had that saddle for it.
You did put effort into helping me train Coral, so you probably do have at least some feelings for 8.
Either way, I think it's up to him.
It had
But-
been mentioned multiple times that it was not his house and he was a guest.
I remember that.
Mainly by
So-
Rosalind, so he really had no attachment to the house.
As you continue to, or as you make your way out and kind of into the inn, there's a strange sort of commotion. Yark, it seems that while you were out, somebody from the house had, at least somebody bearing House Galanda paperwork had made their way in and basically dropped off a delivery of a full catered feast.
Oh, I don't have to cook tonight.
The kitchen staff, which you did unfortunately lose one, to the activation the first time.
Oh,
Which you just found out about today, because once that happened, you basically left and didn't find out that it happened to them while they were asleep.
oh.
But the kitchen staff is kind of confused, but also is looking over all the things which are being delivered in these nice, probably not silver, but they're nicely polished metal covers and platters, tray by tray, coming out of a large sort of boxy delivery sky coach. One of the sides of it kind of dropping down to allow for a nice little ramp as cart after cart are being offloaded.
Jeez. I'm gonna, along with Gar, we're going to, I guess, put the tables together so we actually have places to put these.
Okay. As the feast is prepared, as the dining room is prepared, you might spot a familiar face amongst some of the delivery drivers, which at this point, by the time that they're pretty much about done and just kind of leaving, you still don't know who any of these people are.
Any of them?
Aside from one who you see clambering into the kind of top riding carriage seat, but with like a decent like harness, a rope to tie around their waist. You see wearing a fairly plain delivery man's hat and wearing like a sort of a khaki tunic is the guy who you met way under Sharn, who sold you the statue that held Rosalind inside.
Ooh.
As Jeeves gives a little tip of the hat before smiling and pulling away with the sky coach
Jeeves?
into the empty, cold air. Greaves, sorry.
No, Jeeves
You
is
should-
his undercover. No, Jeeves is his undercover name.
You should know that I'm dumb by this point.
Zim, he's just a bird.
Fair.
Although I suppose one of the things birds are good at is mimicry.
True.
All right, cool. We have this enormous feast. I'm gonna have the kitchen staff come enjoy it too,
Well, fantastic.
and
It's,
whatever other staff we have also. If my gnome accountant shows up, I'm going to sit as far away from him as possible.
He would not be here today.
Oh, thank God. I mean, oh, I hope he's okay.
You haven't heard any news. You're pretty sure he's okay. But taxes are kind of on pause at the moment to deal with this whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but what's happening in the game? COVID joke.
Settle down, okay, bud? The feast itself is a true feast. Multiple large roasted turkeys. There's a large roasted quail. a few haunches of what you think to be either ham or lamb. Not lamb, but sheep, so mutton. An entire salmon, 2 salmons actually, roasted with some like lemons on the eyes, as well as very well seasoned and kind of scored and nice and crispy. There's a large seafood platter with 2 purple lobsters on it, along with a few sides surrounded by a bunch of kind of green lettucey garnish. And just plenty of different dipping sauces, lots of various little self-heating pots of stew. There's abundant different sort of super nice looking and light fluffy breads, butters. I just heard a goose outside. There's a goose, of course.
Ah, sweet.
Big cuts of steak, well sautéed or not sautéed, fried? No,
Grilled.
grilled.
I also would have accepted sous vide.
You gotta get the crust though.
That's true.
Always.
Good point. Makes the
And
seasoning taste
just
better.
it is delectable. If you could name a food, there's probably at least a little plate of it somewhere.
So, would you say that this is more than even this group can like finish?
Yeah. There's a handful of tavern patrons who there's definitely enough for them as well as all of the kitchen staff,
I'm going
the wait staff, the home or housekeeping staff.
I'm going to invite our our ship assault friends.
Who was that?
Yeah, I don't
You
remember either.
You want to invite the head of the guard?
The lady that cusses a lot.
That would be the captain of the guard. I don't think you ever actually got her name.
Names are
Do you
for
not care about her name?
names are for regulars. If she becomes a regular, I'll learn her name.
I mean, she is a pretty important regular at this point. Not of the tavern, rather.
I was about to say, not of my tavern, Dova.
Not in the tavern. All right. There's a goose like right outside my window.
Why
I think
is
they're
there
in
a
the pond
goose
out there.
around your window? You have a
That's
pond?
a great question. That is a great question. I don't know.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Something like that. Just birds everywhere. But yeah. At any point during this heroic feast, which I want to check that spell real quick. Because I would consider that to you guys to gain the benefits of that.
So wait, did the guard captain come with us?
How
Or
do you
us?
contact them?
Her? Is it a
Yeah.
him?
I just said them. How do you contact them?
Dova, contact them.
How? I want to know. You send a letter? Do you send a sending spell?
I said Gar. He doesn't eat.
Okay. You
Fast.
just send him out, give him directions where to go, and he heads out.
Well, actually, I guess I could send Mir. He can fly.
I think you
And,
can just tell him or give him like an actual message to do with your arcane tinkerer.
Yes, which isn't that so cool? He becomes my little messenger, my little tape recorder.
All right. But what would you put into the little message?
I say, hey, so we got this huge feast up here. You should probably join us because there's a chance it's the last time we could eat something, like ever.
All right. as you send him off, he'd come back after about a half hour. No idea whether or not it was successful or not. But about 15 minutes later, you do hear a polite little knock at the door before you look over. Gullet's probably still being stuffed by various bits of delicious like stuffing and meats and all the sides and cheeses you could like. As opening the door, you see the familiar braided golden hair and battered plate armor, or half plate of the guard captain, or the captain of the guard of Shar on the Watch.
Same thing, Dova.
Same thing. I don't care.
You literally just switched the two words.
Yeah. My mind is dumb.
I heard that.
Yeah, that one I definitely heard the goose. It sounded angry.
Wait, I don't think that's me then. I think that might be coming from Dusty.
What?
She was talking
Dusty's
about
not
geese earlier.
here.
That was from you.
Tarnation. It's not that loud.
Honk.
If
That was
watching
loud
a video with
enough.
geese in it?
Hog.
There it is again.
Yep, there it is. Does that match up with your geese, Dova?
That was not me. Because I heard it through the microphone. Or through the headset, rather.
Sus.
I think it's Zim.
Geese are on the other line.
Yeah, I pulled up a video of geese hulking.
Motherfucker.
Man, you got me disappointed.
Bloop. Who joined the call? Oh, it was just geese.
Just geese.
Hi, this is Goose. How can I help you?
Hello, this is geese. Oh yeah, okay, so the feast.
She
Delicious.
she kind of heads in and takes off her helmet and just says, "You mind if I have some of my friends join?"
Of course, this food probably won't get eaten otherwise.
We'll try to do our best. As behind her are three of you recognize to be some of the people that were at the meeting previously. As they're going to kind of filter in and take spots, the captain's going to try to get a spot nearest to, in the middle of you. Appreciate it, by the way.
Of course. We're all in this one together.
Mhm.
For the better or worse.
Probably the worst.
Rosalind managed to get through like 2 full plates before it was all just too much.
Oh
And
god.
you're now curled up either in your own chair or just like on Zerth somewhere.
Chamomile tea and a food coma.
It
No one
is
can survive that.
deathly.
I don't know if that's particularly good or not. I'm trying.
That's pretty good.
No, yeah, that was very that was very believable.
Spot on.
Good thing she's in a food coma. Otherwise, everybody else might be in a coma.
Oh, she's adorable when she's unconscious.
I saw this picture that was like a big tough guy, like a big buff guy looking at his partner who's sleeping, and like he's all sprawled out, snoring real loudly, mouth wide open, and he just says, "Oh, he's so adorable. What an angel." And the next panel was like him, the sleeping guy accidentally kicking him in the face, and he says "ow," but there's like hearts around him still.
Yeah, I like that.
But
Alright.
the dinner
So-
itself is fairly quiet and kind of calm as everyone's really apprehensive about kind of exactly what this means. Everybody knows what's up.
I'm going to take up my wine. Would he drink wine? You know, he might drink wine on special occasions.
Or
He's
just have
gonna-
it available.
I do definitely have it available.
For
I don't know if
pairing.
he's definitely Yark is definitely a gourmand when it comes to that kind of thing. Just because that's he brews this kind of stuff. He makes this kind of stuff, so he knows what good and bad tastes like.
Of course.
But I guess he'd enjoy some wine sometimes. He's gonna lift it up and stand on the table and say, "All right, no matter what comes tomorrow, we're all going to do our best for the future. And we're gonna face it together." He's gonna raise his glass.
Here, here.
Everybody at the
I'd
table
really
also,
rather
one
we
after the
don't.
other, brings their various mugs, chalices, and goblets to bear.
I'm just hoping we don't die. And Cinna will raise his.
Yeah. That would be preferable, absolutely.
And
Hey,
even
now.
if
Russell-
we do
Russell's
fall,
asleep.
then it'll be worth something. Instead of rolling over, we won't give in to whatever fucking force of nature this bad bitch is. Language again, I'm sorry.
No, I think that time deserves past that time.
Only that time.
Damn it! If I was
Good
awake, I would just had orange.
I'm gonna, as one final cheer, I'm gonna say, to Sharn, and the rest of the world too.
Raise it all up to Sharn. So,
Oh yeah, and as we start, well, I mean, this is after the whole toast and all that. But as people start like calming down and heading out or something, I'm gonna make sure everyone knows that I'm offering free rooms to anyone who needs it tonight.
all right.
Because I know there's quite a bit of destruction out in the town, the city.
Mm-hmm. The get a handful of takers, especially from your own staff, who a few of them already stay in one of the larger rooms, but the members of the watch themselves kind of respectfully decline, as she says, "I've got to be at the Bastion. It's the safest place to be, and who knows if something else comes up, we need to be ready." But I'll remember you if things go wrong. I think we all will.
I hope you guys remember if things go right too.
She kind of laughs and stops before turning away and just kind of heading back. Her handful of advisors and lieutenants behind her. All right.
Make sure you guys have a designated driver.
It's a taxi somewhere. As they sort of fade off into the distance, you guys slowly slip into food comas, passing out and enjoying a very dark, sort of pleasant night of sleep.
It's very hard not to sleep with the hallow that we have active.
Correct. Unless you've got infernal background, in which case it's always slightly too warm. Alright, so you guys gain the benefit of a hero's feast, as you all gain an additional 2d10 maximum hit points. For 24 hours, this is how much your HP is increased by. I'm going to roll it real quick.
Nice. 2.
All right. Wow, that's fairly okay. You guys gain 11 maximum hit points for 24 hours. Make sure to note down that those 11 HP are temporary,
But not temp HP.
but not temp HP. This is max
There's
HP
a difference.
for 24 hours.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna write them in temporary HP, and
yeah.
then like keep in mind that I can be healed.
Hmm.
Know what I mean?
Because unfortunately, you can't type in -11 wounds, is what I tried to do.
The thing I'd suggest would be putting it on the temp, just so we
And then
don't
just
lose the old.
And then just remember that you can be overhealed 11.
Yeah, that may be the easiest way to remember it.
I'm gonna do it the cool way on Dusty. I'm just gonna go for it. This max HP is now 11 up. Okay. The night
Puts me at 159 HP.
the night passes without any other incident. Every so often the very faint sounds of a sporadic little skirmish somewhere out in the city outside. But you all awaken feeling extremely refreshed. I clicked on the combat tracker and it opened up the list with characters on it. That's cool. Hi, what's up?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm not gonna hang out.
Are you okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay.
He's having issues at his house. IRL stuff. Hopefully.
A wise decision.
Yeah, we're pretty big nerds. Bada bing, bada boom.
Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes.
Oh.
Rusk!
But I did give you all a long rest, so you will have to reapply those temp HP.
Ah, I see.
Boom.
I hit the number 1 key twice. Hello?
Bonjour.
Alright, I suppose that may have been a bit abrupt.
I was concerned.
However, a number of unfortunate events have happened, and I don't care what's happening. I'm gonna be pretty foul today, so you guys have your fun.
IRL
Aw.
stuff being all fun.
Well, apart from all of our geese being gone, except for 6, whom are all injured due to our dog biting them at the base of their neck, we found 2 more in the woods and did another drive around, only to come back and find that the dog, while we were gone, jumped up on the counter and dragged our dinner onto the floor and was eating it. So, fuck.
Dude, what the heck, man?
Goodness gracious. Well, hey, that stuff is going to take priority always.
Yep.
Don't feel bad. Oh, I said don't feel
Aw,
bad.
I want to say more. I want to say
Well-
more good heartfelt stuff and good and well wishes.
Then DM him.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Guys, everyone, including chat, all of you, DM Dusty your well wishes. I don't care how.
No,
just do it.
let's
Don't,
not
no,
do
no,
that.
no. Let's.
Leave him be.
Okay.
Sounds like his dog needs to be shot, though.
There's some issues, but I wouldn't say that. Anyways,
Way.
I think, you know what? With that game-breaking influence, accepted. You'll need it. Those 11 HP are permanent.
Oh,
I'm strong.
Thanks to
Help the gator.
Jaffer. I added mine. I add to Sinel and DeSoda.
I wonder if he's apologizing for the pain that he's going to bring to you all for killing my character. I carry a grudge.
I was gonna say, this reminds me of a certain spell I learned was in, I think, 3.5.
I just want to remind you.
Hey, I interrupt people.
I just want to interrupt you, Dova.
And me.
I want to remind you, Dusty did it. Not the rest of us. Dusty.
As his father, I take responsibility.
Okay, that is Zer's choice, but Sinel had nothing to do with it.
You're guilty by association, okay?
As his father,
associated.
As his father, Zer takes full responsibility, and as a gator, he blames it. He shows it with everyone else.
I mean, I'd blame the Pine Martin anyway. They're very mischievous.
Good call. That's very true.
Just look at his track record of trap.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say, in 3rd edition, 3.5, there's a spell called Permanency, and essentially turns spells and other spell effects permanent, depending on what the spell is. It just seems like that's what Jaffer's doing, and I approve.
It persisted all the way into Pathfinder, and you can do Form of the Dragon free, and then Permanence.
Why didn't they keep that in 5th edition, guys? Come on. Step it up.
I mean, you don't need it because the DM could always rule that story events make things permanent. Like,
I guess that's true.
It's like it doesn't need a mechanic because it's something that can be done in roleplay, if that makes sense. For instance, look at Rosalind's Godhood thing. I mean, it might not be permanent, but it's certainly something that I never expected.
Anybody add the HP to yourself?
I did.
Yep.
Perfect.
Like I said, 159 max HP now.
Hell yeah. Dusty's up to 158. And that'll apply to Pudding as well.
He has a lot of HP.
Yeah, I know.
He has so much HP.
He has 50 more than me.
I'm on a D12 hit die because Barbarian, and I have a +4 to con, and Dusty's still only 1 beneath me.
Yeah. By the way, Yark, is Gar still going to be in combat with you?
No.
Gotcha. I will remove him from the combat tracker.
Yes, thank you. Not only because I'm switching to the alchemist subtype, but also because I'm putting him in full caretaking of the inn.
It's a full-time job for him. Gotcha.
Mir's coming with me though.
I'm guessing that would just be like a familiar.
Yeah, he's it's actually my artificer infusion, but yeah, he essentially functions as a familiar that scales with me.
Gotcha. He'll just act on your turn.
Can I can't share this, can I? Oh, actually, Dova, that reminds me. The homunculus servant thing, this is a template. And I would edit myself, but I cannot.
It's an item template.
I can. Hold on. Images, races, backgrounds, symmetric items, equipment. It's under NPCs in the source in the Eberron source book.
Gotcha.
So if you go to other under the homunculus tab, it tells you how to set it up as a editable thing and give it to me.
Oh, I'm dumb. Then it says
Thank
how
you.
to set it up and give it to
You
you.
have-
Uh
In order to make use of this template, the DM should make a copy of it and then edit the copy as follows. Blink, 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 blink.
oh. All right.
I would do it, but I cannot. The game says so specifically.
Quick, someone like Photoshop Dova's icon with a post-it note saying DUM on it.
Big dumb. All right. Could you send it to me? Send it to me.
What? You have it right there.
No, the I need an instruction. Oh, right.
What?
Okay. Never mind. I got it.
Nova.
I again.
Leaves
0.
everywhere.
What's your intelligence modifier? You
Mine
guys are
is
level
big.
12, yeah.
Intelligence modifier is 4. Proficiency is 5.
4, gotcha. And you're level 13. What's his name?
Mir, MYR.
MYR. All right.
Oh, I forgot that I wasn't holding on shift, but Rosalind said exactly what I said, word for word. So I was like, why did Rosalind say it? And then you understood.
Ooh. Get 18 HP.
Small boy.
It's because you're
Nice.
slowly becoming one of my followers, and I'm speaking for. That's why.
I mean, as long as you get the words right, I guess.
Proficiency bonus. Proficiency bonus is 5.
I hope I get a crit today. I want to use the
I
upgraded brutal critical because I
also
get
hope-
two extra dice now, Nova. 2.
I also
Ooh.
hope you get a crit. Maybe I should haste you so that you have more of a chance of getting a crit.
All right. Force strike.
I told a friend that the rest of the party had to sort of calm my character down before like everything exploded and they're loud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just spell attack modifier plus 9.
4. Yes. 4 plus 5. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see if that works.
Nice.
Oh
Radical.
no, a dice.
That's awesome. Do you get to give him to me so I can put him in my hotbar?
Yeah. Why is its HP so low?
Because
I
he's
put
a
it as
tiny.
18.
Because he's a tiny boy.
No, I put it as 18. It only shows up as 1. All right.
At this level, it might as well be 1.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I guess 18 can survive something. I guess.
Very true. Oh, there's a typo in it. Cool.
Is that why it's not working?
Yeah, that might be why that ++7 wasn't working. Or not. I can't click on it. Either way, it gets a... If I do this. Right, that works. I can't actually have it make a stealth check. I can't click on that. Sadly.
Oh.
Passive perception, I think, is 15.
For me?
I think on this.
Minus 16. Oh. A 0 plus proficiency bonus times 2, so plus 10?
I think. Maybe. But can you click on that? Is that you?
Yes.
Sick. Take it.
I can't believe I wasted that 20.
Wow.
I can click on stealth. Whoops, I don't.
There's something messed up with there. I think you can unlock it and start messing around with it yourself.
You would have to unlock it for me. But I think it's fine. I don't think there's any problem with it.
All right. And if there is a problem, you can just start doing manual rolls for it.
Okay.
All right.
Dang,
so,
I crit on a 4 strike and I wasted it.
as you guys wake up and spending a little bit of time to kind of get yourself together, before long you find yourself making your way through the city streets of Sharn, fairly empty, down into the district of Death's Gate, where you again go through some of the fortified lines to the bastion of the Sharn Watch. Inside, about the same as yesterday, is the captain of the watch herself, a little bit more suited up, and surrounding her are about 20 or 30 or so people who are dressed very similarly to you. They're all various adventurers of about equivalent level, actually, that she's currently giving a briefing to, along with there's a big magical projection of a 3D map of Sharn, in a large empty space between the sort of auditorium-like bleachers. But it's just sort of going over the game plan for these guys, who after watching for a moment from the back, as nobody seems to have noticed you just yet, aside from a few of the captain's aides, as it seems that these guys are going to be the distraction, in quotation marks. These guys are going to be the ones who are essentially going to attack all of the individual sites, maintaining this gigantic city scale ritual circle. And they're going to go in there, cause as much chaos as they can, and just draw attention away. As one by one they seem to notice you all filtering in and kind of standing silently near the circle, or near the edge of the kind of projected bluish light. They just start looking over at you and just kind of inspecting you almost.
So, do we know that's what they're here for?
Yeah, I mean, you've been listening to the captain give the later half of the brief.
All right. So when they all turn to look at us, I'm gonna say, "You guys are my heroes. You all get drinks are on me for anyone who gets out of this."
You hear a few murmurs of kind of agreement and happiness from some of the more larger and simpler adventurers among the crowd. Your fighter and barbarian types. As they ask, and I suppose you're the main event. A rather young but also weathered wizard says to you.
I don't know about main event, but I guess we could be the advance team. I don't know what you call it,
Well,
but
they're the only ones I gather from this whole thing. I gather you're the only ones who are actually going in.
oh well, then yeah. We've tussled with him a few times and only died once.
Well, I've never heard of you. If this is going to happen, I'd at least prefer to know who saved the city.
Yes,
I mean,
gonna
Say
turn around.
the name.
Yerk's
Say the
Yerk's
damn
gonna-
part.
I mean,
Yerk's gonna
you're
turn around.
amongst the Tritons of Myrmidia, Flaming Eagles, the Claw.
I wanted
Yerk's gonna
to say
Yerk's
something,
gonna
but
turn around and say, "Guys, I told you we should have come up with a group name."
Zer's just gonna say,
Because you guys like all forgot until now that that's like one of the things that the guard captain told you to get before you got back was.
Zer's
Look,
got it.
I didn't
Look,
forget.
our
I didn't
house
forget.
wasn't. Our house was attacked by a demon goddess. Okay, we forgot some things.
Zer's gonna go. What you're looking at is the mighty clawed crusaders, doers of
mighty,
the land.
So the MCC, the Mighty Clawed Crusaders.
No, just clawed crusaders.
Gotcha,
We don't
gotcha.
have enough gold.
Mighty is the
for the
adjective.
mighty.
But he's okay. I guess Clawed Crusader is I
Rather
guess you
fitting.
all do have claws in some
Shit.
way or another.
Squirrels have
That's
claws.
not bad.
Well,
Yeah,
how do you
does,
think
Rosalind does have claws.
how do
That's
you
a good
think
point.
that squirrels climb?
Dumb question. Look, I haven't actually encountered a wild squirrel ever, and I don't think I've ever seen Rosalind climb. So forgive my lack of knowledge.
Rosalind's climbed a lot of the time. We went over about how she has a pretty absurd climbing speed. Only surpassed by the freaking egg-loving Martin over there.
Don't worry,
Jaffer.
I might eat you at some point.
Jaffer. Unfortunately, they would not be able to do the thing that you'd mentioned.
Oh.
But
There's claws there.
there might be a donation goal coming up that would do something very similar to that.
Remember, Dova, if you think something is worth more than the normal donation goal, you can change it. I know Timmy likes to do that a lot.
I get that.
A resplendent offering.
It's ironic because Timmy is normally what we call whales in the Magic the Gathering community.
Timmy.
Yeah,
I thought
basically.
I thought a Timmy was a guy who uses big creatures and basically nothing else.
Nope. Timmy is the guy that would come in and buy like the $250 collector's edition box that only has like 50 cards in it, rather than the normal $100 booster boxes,
Oh,
which have
you-
like.
You mean what Timmy actually used to do?
Well, he has a very fitting name then.
No, Timmy in my play group, Timmy always meant like a character who ignored like interaction cards, ignored fucking spell and instance, sorcery and instance, and just played like the big creatures and swung with them.
No, that's a Smork player.
What are you coming up with these? Hold on.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Smork comes from Warcraft. SM Orc. smork.
Timmy insists that the whales you were talking about is actually a spike.
Thank you.
Never heard of it being called a spike.
Apparently,
Timmy,
York has.
Spike. Timmy, Johnny, and Spike.
Like,
Timmy for the big-
go watch Alpha Investments. He calls all of them a Timmy.
Timmy's play big creatures and big spells. Johnny's are combo players, and Spikes are like super competitive.
Yeah, but we're not talking about competitive here. We're just talking about people who literally spend
Timmy does
tons
not
of magic.
play. He does not play big creatures. He does blue decks.
Hey,
So
my
he'd probably-
name is
his name is
Eberron.
Timmy
Was
in
the
the,
Mono-Red Aggro deck, sir. I will have you know. I
Oh,
will have
Mono-Red
my
Aggro,
listed
that's
at
something
the top.
like.
that sounds like a what?
Anyways, let's get
Mono Red
back,
Aggro sounds like
yeah,
a
back to the
blacklist.
game. Back to
let's
the
get
game.
back on topic.
There you go. Right there.
I am going to challenge Sigma to a children's card game. Thank you very much.
You gotta challenge him to Yu-Gi-Oh, and he legally cannot ignore it.
Roman from a trainer battle, Dovo.
You can't do it. So, anyways, the general mumbling goes around the room. Kind of almost all of them just like going, Claude Crusaders? I don't know, I can't tell if that's good or not. Whatever.
Same, honestly.
I mean, who knows? You might earn a different name based on what happens. I mean, it's not
we'll see what
exactly
happens.
illegal to change names.
Oh,
We'll see what everyone else wants to call us.
I mean, Rosalind's not in a very jokey mood. All she does is say, "Yark, give me the bomb."
But the guard captain kind of clears her throat from her spot in a little podium next to the large magical holographic display, saying, "Are you all done? Good. You'll know precisely when it starts. You've all had your signals, you all have your briefings. Best of luck. There's escorts outside with ways leading to all of your drop-off points."
I give Rosalind the explosive icosahedron.
The
I've also
one that's
tabbed-
like held together with like lead and just some like horse glue.
No, it's like on the surface, like without too much inspection, it looks like a completely solid metal icosahedron without any seams or anything.
Gotcha.
Also, I attached some leather straps to it so she can hold it on her back.
Well, there we go. It's like it's a real thing and not something that got made in just on a whim.
Hey, now some of the best ideas have come from just on a whim. like the dwarven thrower, like the modified dwarven thrower.
Like our name, Claude Crusaders.
I wanted to throw a hammer, and you provided.
All right, cool. You have a fantasy nuke strapped to your back. Enjoy that.
Thankfully, nobody seems to recognize exactly what that is.
Well, good. It's hidden in a metal box.
It's more like an earthquake, a doomsday machine, but yeah.
I guess it would be in a box.
Icosahedron. With air symbols on it.
Yeah. The one that I etched into the strategy table.
It's still probably there.
I thought no, surf cast mending on it after.
Right.
You thankfully fixed it.
Hey, I had no quill at the time or crayon. Also, I like destroying things. It's my shit.
Fair.
Mhm. I fix them, so she can destroy more.
But they start to filter out a handful of them. Sorry.
I apologize. I was talking to my boyfriend and accidentally pressed the shift key.
Gotcha. As they filter out, a handful of them kind of, as they pass by, give you a nod and give you put their hand on your shoulder for a moment before leaving. Not really focused on any one person, but you feel a clawed hand on your shoulder, a heavily plated gauntlet, a small kind of bird-like talon for a moment before all of them filter out and you're left in a nearly silent sort of auditorium. So you ready then?
I do have one question.
Yes?
Tova, what's the name of that dragonborn we met before at the banquet?
Oh boy.
I think it began with an A.
The big one?
Yes.
Give me a moment.
Leaves rustling.
Can I not save it?
I love how just because of that one comic with the crow and the lawyer, we've automatically decided that instead of papers, Dova just has leaves
I
with
just
writing
have a
on them.
bunch of leaves. Let me see, is it here?
Arterex or something like that?
I thought it didn't
Atarax,
serve.
I think.
Atarax, thank you.
That's what it
I'm
was.
gonna
Sounds like a disease.
I'm gonna ask, does she know if Atarax is okay?
Frankly, I'm not quite sure. I've had my attention on much bigger, more important things. I can't pour over the death of every civilian. If you know where he was before, you might be able to track him down, but I can't really aid with that, especially not now.
I understand. I still owe him a giant feast that I promised at my tavern.
Well, and you've got plenty of a reason to come back from this alive. And she kind of waves towards the gives a dismissive wave towards the guy whose whole job is to maintain the large illusion in the center of the room as it kind of vanishes into a little dissipating cloud of dust. He starts to head on over and leads you guys over to an area of this of the place that's been covered up by a kind of a large shaggy carpet at the moment. Before kind of pulling it back and rolling it off the floor, it reveals a sort of drawn into the ground with a with heavy chalk lines is a large teleportation circle. This one's different than the one that you guys have gone through. This one is a lot more. This one would be a lot more simple and kind of brutalistic, with a lot of the runes just being very simplified versions of the ones you'd see in a teleportation circle. If the only way this will work is when the time comes, you need to be actually. And she kind of gets into a little conference with her, with the mage who has been along with her at the moment. Okay. You'll all need to agree to have your minds read. At least one of you who remembers the airship interior very, very well.
Oh, I do. I have the best intelligence.
Probably would have the best memory. The mage kind of leans down, holding up a copper piece against your forehead. Just go along with it. We don't have much time. As he is going to cast Detect Thoughts and just go all the way in.
He's gonna find a lot of dragons.
Just a lot of dragons.
Just like all over the place. So there's a lot of recipes in there too, but it's mostly dragons for some reason.
He'll eventually stumble upon some of the memories from the airship itself and pores over them. You can feel. It takes a long while from your perspective, maybe like 10-15 minutes of just remembering, kind of going through the large banistered entryway, the full-on like banquet hall that was in there. There was a large study. There's a bathhouse, and it was a nice stay. Some of the memories are kind of faded, like exactly how you got there from the sort of landing pad just behind on the back of the ship. But eventually he pulls his hand back, and for the rest of you guys, it took maybe about 5 seconds. But he kind of shudders and says, "How come you like dragons so much?" Before the guard captain behind him just glares at him and clears her throat.
I'm just saying. I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
He is just gonna nod and say, "Well, I think I'm about as ready as I will ever be. Although I don't know how long it's going to be until the moment arrives, so you might want to make yourself comfortable inside the circle." He's going to sort of sit down at the edge of it on the outside and hold his hands against it, always keeping at least a corner of his eye on the watch captain.
Right before we leave and get ported out, I am going to cast Death Ward on everybody.
All right, as you're just sitting there, because it's got an 8-hour duration. Yeah. All right. How much did that cost, spell points wise?
I'm currently looking at what the level is. Let's see, level 4.
So I was gonna offer to also cast Death Ward, but you have very many more spell points than I do.
Mm-hmm. Are 6 per cast, so I'll minus that from my total.
Ooh, only 6? That's not bad.
Nope. I got 83 too.
Oh, also, I was gonna hand out my potions. I don't know if I'm gonna need to give one to Dusty though.
Hey, you probably should. We'll just remember he has one.
Alright, cool. In that case, it's three level 1 spell slots. And then all 5 of us have a potion.
All right. All right, remember to change over that temp HP to max HP, because that was made permanent if you haven't already done so. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
My scales are shinier.
Are there any more preparations or spells that you would like to cast before you go into battle?
I'm going to actually give Mir over to Rosalind.
Okay. What is Mir?
He is a little tiny robot that folds up on himself.
It's like the little cassette tape, or the little boombox transformers.
I'll show you what he looks like, actually.
Oh, perfect.
More like a flip phone.
The very smallest of robot boy.
Well, I could cast Freedom of Movement on everybody, but I think that's going to be useful up here.
He looks like that, but tiny, and he can fold up.
And he taps
look
a
at
colorless mana.
What happened?
I said he taps for colorless mana.
This one actually is blue. This is Silver Mirror. The only one taps for colorless mana is Palladium.
Palladium, yeah.
And he taps for 2.
Yep. And there's an infinite combo with it.
Yep, with 2 Mirror Galvanizers in him.
I don't understand.
I love mirrors.
I don't either. And we're running a Magic the Gathering campaign on Wednesdays now, and I have no idea what any of it means. And yeah.
Where at? Which plan?
Which plane?
Ravnica, I think.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Possibly others, because there's
Ravnica's a lot like Eberron.
House Demir forever.
I have no idea what that means. But it works
Demir.
because I am playing Nim, who is kind of oblivious to things. He's a planeswalker. And he
what guild do you
popped over.
represent?
He
What
got
guild?
drafted into Gruul, mostly because he is a talking animal, and they worship him, and they're like, you should join us, and he's like, okay.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you can get worshipped alongside Big Pig, as me and my friend like to call it.
Is
He
Thraximundr
doesn't
still- not
understand
Thraximundr.
any of it.
Is Barborgaibo still alive?
Yes, he didn't die during the Kobolas' war, so yes, he is.
Alright,
He-
cool.
What would your
Borbor is
characters be
iconic.
doing? What would your characters be talking about during all this?
Exactly what we're talking about right now, Dova. We're talking about
Does
Magic
anybody
the
have
Gather.
Anybody have a card game they'd whip out?
Magic? Dova, how many times do I have to explain this?
Well, Magic the Gathering is canon.
Apparently so.
Technically,
Not.
well, no, but technically speaking, the magic planes are in the same tree of planes as the Dungeons and Dragons ones. So,
They exist within the same multiverse.
yeah. But the multiverse is like a branching tree.
It's
official.
talking to that head captain.
All right. What'd you say then?
He's just gonna say, have
Oh,
you
2-inch long Sliver Queen.
have you ever been through huge battles like this? Trying to gauge her experience.
I was a foot soldier on some of the last months of the last war. I fought for Breland, of course. I didn't see it happen. I was in garrison at the time. But I was in a fairly large skirmish. 2 battalions on our side and 3 on theirs. But the fighting itself was fairly calm for a battle of that size. It was more of a skirmish of us butting heads and almost a show of force. But I do remember walking home on the plains, a little limp in my step because I took a mace to the side of the leg. And I remember that we were probably going to fight those people again at some point, and I pondered whether or not they'd recognize me in the heat of it all, but of course that would have never happened, and I've never heard of any of them coming out, the 3 battalions on the other side, rather, so they must have been stuck inside.
Yeah, the main fields were very chaotic at that point. I'm feeling a lot of what we're going to be dealing with is going to be a reminiscent of that. So be sure to keep situational awareness at high and watch out for ambushes.
Way ahead of you. Where did you fight?
He smiles and takes a long drag on his cigar. Everywhere, beginning to end. You name it, I've been there.
What, you're meaning to say that you were there for the whole war? The 100 Years' War.
I know, I look good for my age. High diet of meat. Keeps your scales nice and shiny.
I can't say much about scale maintenance. But I'm surprised that you're going for this long after fighting the whole war.
Stubborn.
Is everyone in the group as battle storied as you are? She kind of it's kind of an open question as she shifts eyes. to
Yark chimes up and says, "The kitchen is a battlefield all its own."
We all have unique experiences. I would say I have the longest combative, but my wife has the strongest spirit when it comes to winning conflicts. The fuzzy one has an interesting mind and a unique perspective, while the 2 younger ones of the mini lizard and the bat have a youthful delight that that brings a charisma much needed on the battlefield.
I just got hunted by someone that did not like me.
But you escaped. There you go.
Over and over and over and over. But he's
a
dead,
wiry
so we're
one.
good.
Well, I can't help but think that you're not the worst people we could send up there. I mean, you're not the best, but I don't think anyone really is in a circumstance like this.
Hmm.
I don't think I can give much advice aside from pay attention to your instincts, as they've served you fairly well thus far.
Mhm.
They'll probably help for the few hours you'll be up there, if that.
I'm all instincts. But saying back to you, your gut will tell you more about what's going on than your brain will.
It's very true. I need to change my music real quick.
I was about to say, is this because we're hearing all this like pleasant lute music? Like it's nice, but I wouldn't say it's fitting.
Not for my own. Because I was playing some funky stuff. Now I got to switch over to Ace Combat music.
Just getting mentally prepared.
Yep.
And then we'll
Ooh, that
probably
was a
just
good one. Go back to that.
we'll probably just have some idle conversations after that.
All right. About 2.5 hours passes. You guys are getting kind of restless. Some of you taking a few steps and kind of walking around. And after that kind of restless phase passes. Good lord. You all sit back down and kind of rest yourselves against each other. A little bit sleepy at this point. Some of the adrenaline and the excitement and the kind of shaky hands have died down, and everything's kind of calm. Every so often, the guard captain kind of comes back and reassures you all everything's still going as planned. We're just waiting. One of the people near one of the larger windows, currently holding a large telescope, has been sitting there dutifully watching. And he kind of stirs for a moment, holding up a hand and just kind of snapping rapidly for a few moments. Guard captain looks up, says, "Be ready, be ready, be ready." And holds a hand up almost as if like to karate chop, like to knife hand something for a moment. It's silent. The guy on the telescope is getting kind of antsy. His foot's tapping impatiently. Rapidly, he points his finger over. He just yells, "Now, now, 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 now!" And guard captain knife hands towards the mage, just yelling out, barking out, "Go!" All of a sudden, you guys feel the ground sort of quake beneath you as you are thrown through the air. I need somebody to roll me a D100 in the tower, please.
Okay, nope. Beat me to it.
Oh,
I already got one.
I just kind of never mind. Ignore that. I'm behind mentally.
Brand AFK.
All right. I consider this probably viewed once. So, your senses scream at you as they're assailed from all sides by blinding lights and buffeting winds. You soar through the air faster than you can comprehend. Just brief glimpses of the city of Sharn and bright lights outside. You feel the cold drizzle of another rainstorm starting. As for a moment you kind of surge against a barrier and instinctually think, "Oh fuck, that's the shield." With a slight bit of pressure, you pop on through. And the next thing you know, you are off balance, falling about 10 feet onto unfamiliar, unsteady, sharp, metallic ground. It's dark all around you, and there's this cacophonous, constant din of machinery. As the sort of daze that you were in starts to fade, you see a handful of your party members around you. Yeah, you guys have managed to teleport on board the airship. You are somewhere inside. You have no fucking idea where. But it's safe to say that it's somewhere that you've never been, deep inside the mechanical underbelly. The materials of the walls all around you are metal, bits of almost gold and silver lace running around some of the pipes' exteriors. Every so often, there's a magical little glimmering arcane gemstone somewhere in the ceiling, casting kind of swirling, slightly refracting light rays into this grimy, incredibly hot and humid space. You can taste foul oil in the air. And yeah, what are you guys all doing?
Our job is to destroy the ship.
Correct. Destroy the ship, kill Sigma. Possibly rescue Blue. But the overall goal is to stop Sigma from doing whatever he's doing. It's possible he's controlling it from up here. It's possible that killing him will do nothing. But the one thing you do know is that his units are keeping the impenetrable shields up around all the ritual sites beneath the city. So if you can't stop it up here, maybe they can stop it down there if you kill the shields. You have no idea where you are in the ship at all. And looking around, trying to determine exactly who's with you, you're currently in a sort of elongated cylinder, maybe 100 feet long. You see bits of movement, but you're not sure whether that's gigantic arcane machinery or actual beings. The space that you're in is not very open. It's quite cramped and cordoned off by various reams of bundled pipes and cords of some unknown metallic material. You don't manage to see Dusty around you. You're not sure where he's at.
Well, hopefully he's okay. I know he can take care of himself right now, so we need to focus. Other than him, are we all together?
Yeah, you guys are all together aside from Dusty. You do not know where he's at.
Do we want to stay together or split up and cover more ground?
You almost have to yell that.
We were going to split up, remember? Siddle and I are going to, well, destroy as much as we can, and you two are going to try and search for the actual notes.
Alright, Zer's just gonna pick up Yark, put him on his shoulder, as like team scale away.
Are you
Team Scale and Team Fur.
Are you sure you would like to split up?
Honestly, no.
Not really, but I don't think we have much of a choice.
No.
We have the choice to not split
I
up.
would really say we shouldn't split up.
I'm not
Don't we
saying
have
that.
the people down below that say that are somewhere supposed to be helping us distract?
They were more causing trouble at all the ritual sites to perhaps draw most of his reinforcements away and force him to break down the shields for just a moment.
So we're going to be distracting what's left so that Yark and Zerf can take down the shield. That was the original plan.
It's a good idea. I know it's the original
And
plan, but it still isn't a good idea.
What choice do we have? Like, would you rather get bogged down by reinforcements in the corridors and not actually reach your objective? I'll go by myself if you want.
I could deal with blocking off reinforcements.
I say
Wall
we
of
split.
stone, bitch!
For right now, and then have a time limit and meet back at a certain place.
That sounds pretty reasonable, I guess. Although splitting the party never goes well.
Yeah. Plus, metagaming slightly, but we are playing with Dova as the DM.
I'm looking at it.
I'd like everyone to make a perception check, by the way. Speaking of.
Sure.
Okay, so as you guys are standing here and trying to hash out a last minute agreement, you hear a steady rhythmic clomping on some of the catwalks. We'll say towards the north, towards one of the ends of the cylinder that you're in. You're not sure what end of the airship that's at, but just orient it towards the north. As you see on one of the catwalks, a kind of a simply uniformed crewman running off that way. A clear, sort of emaciated look to his bones and to his neck indicate that he is undead, but he is going for a large iron door that's leading into the room to the north.
How far away?
He would be, and everybody who rolled, that'd be Sinel and Sinel DeSoto would be able to see this. But it would be at that point, it would be about 50 to 60 feet away, running at full speed. Sinel, do you want to point that out? Sinel?
Sorry, did I not come through?
Nope.
No.
Not the first time, no.
Yes, I would share it.
All right. Shouting out and kind of point, or maybe not even shouting out, but just pointing. Rosalind, you instantly just lock onto it and instinctually throw the hammer. It's a 18 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's 27 points. Right? Or... Yeah, 27. Wow, math is hard today.
We've got a large group running at us. Where are they coming from exactly?
It's just one guy running
Oh,
towards
just
the north
one.
away from you.
Oh,
Yeah, he looks like we did. Logically, you would assume that he's going to get help. So I'm trying to trip him up.
All right. That's radiant damage. All right.
may I take a shot as well?
That was the hammer. That was for sure. That's for sure the thing you can do radiant damage with.
Yes,
All right.
it's
so,
the first creature I hit in a round.
Gotcha. Just be barely enough. As you like reach back, your air hammer is just out of the loop on your belt and flying through the air in one swift motion. There's a weird sensation as you look at it, and it actually seems to like curve slightly. Before Yark, go ahead and give me an intelligence check as the hammer flies through the air, curving strangely through the air as it still manages to find purchase, magically guided at the last second to just bonk him right in the back of the head as you hear a sickening crack and a thunk as the hammer clatters against some piping, along with the guy that you just absolutely demolished.
Wasn't just straight intelligence.
Did you see the influence, Dova?
Yep. You managed to see something very shiny and gold fall out of his pocket as he falls over.
I'm good at finding shiny gold things.
All right.
I may be a cuck, but I'm a kobold at heart.
Yark.
Oh yeah.
You know a decent bit about physics, and as you saw it arc through the air, you're like, huh, hey, that's a interesting that's the Coriolis effect. Neat.
Sure is.
You didn't really know what to do with that. Well, that one, the one about the highlighted message.
Oh, the very
one.
first, yeah.
All right. So that first attack actually would have automatically crit. Actually, you know what? I won't count this one.
Yeah,
It already happened. Yeah.
Is it the party or me specifically?
The party.
Okay, then yeah, I'm fine with giving that.
All right, so you kind of clamber over, and you see kind of bland crewman uniform, coveralls, a handful of little fairly simple mechanical tools on a belt. There's some pouches with a handful of spare parts and like screws and bolts in it, and laying to the side you see a pure, looks to be kind of crinkly gold wedge. And picking it up, you instantly know what it is. It's a gold foil wrapped piece of cheese.
Interesting.
You kind of unwrap it and, woo, that is funky. It's still good. Funky in a good way.
Let's all wrap it up. I wonder why he has it.
So what are you guys doing?
Jerf's just gonna go. Does it look like that would be where the engine room he was run towards, or?
It's hard to tell.
Okay, so Zerth in character will go, we don't have a lot of time. We either go together or we split, like the original plan. We make a decision now. We can't waver.
Agreed. I'm going to take this towards the front of the ship and do as much damage as I can.
Zerth's all for about splitting the party because we need to take down that engine regardless of what's going on. And we also need somebody to do like the damage for the distraction too.
I still disagree,
So-
but at least I can try and keep Rosalind up if you go the other way.
I can keep Yark up. And we both have 2 heavy hitters with each one. So if Yark wants to come with me, we'll go the opposite direction.
Just make sure you guys come back, because we might need the backup for the fight. Actually, we're probably definitely gonna need the backup for the fight.
All right. So Rosalind and Sinel are going together, and Yark and Zerth are going together.
Yep.
All right. Going opposite ways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's going the way that the undead crewman was running to?
I think that was Rosalind, because that's where most people are going to be. So the biggest distraction.
Yep, that's if he was running to alert people, he'd actually be running in the direction of people. So that's where we're going.
All right. So, nothing seems to change around you as far as big alarming, like the ground shifting beneath your feet or nothing like that seems to be happening. You do hear a strange sort of electric thrum kind of increase in pitch and then kind of stick at a higher pitch as you continue onwards. Rosalind and Sinel, you guys head through the large iron door. Do either of you read Syrian or Kyrian rather?
Unfortunately, nope.
Nope.
Do you have comprehend languages equipped?
I have Valinar. As far as spells go, no, that is not a druid spell.
Right.
Unless
Well,
it's a plant, then I can
clueless.
talk to the plant. Or an animal.
I think this is a place where there would be no desk plants, aside from maybe the very resplendent quarters that you were given last time. But you are
Sigma has one potted plant in his room and it's dying constantly, and he can't figure out why.
he keeps forgetting to water it, or he's just holding it there at the brink of death to feel power, like a proper fucking psycho.
I don't know. I feel like just being an innocent, clueless idiot makes me feel better than being an absolute psychopath to plants and living things alike. Sinel Rosalind, you kind of head through, and in the next area you see is a very thin, narrow hallway leading about 20 feet. The catwalk down below you is very dark. Give me a perception check, vision based. And I suppose DeSoto's with you as well. He is very uncomfortable here. All right. DeSoto doesn't seem too off-put by this area, but you guys up there, as you're moving through there are no real walls on either side of you. It's just kind of open space for a little bit before there is a kind of an interior girder. As the catwalk continues to move through it, some supports linking it to the ceiling above you. But looking down,
it's like the catwalks on the Pridwin in Fallout 4, right? At the
yeah,
top.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Looking down below you, you see it is dark. It's clearly an interior space, and as you look closer and closer, you happen to see the little reflection from 2 eyes, as if a cat's down there. Before that, the glint kind of disappears, and a few steps later, you see it again at a different point with two kind of milky, beady eyes, kind of glinting, catching a little bit of light off of the open door leading into this catwalk. Your best guess is that this room is entirely filled with undead soldiers, either just tied up or hibernating or whatever. There's quite a few in here. Little subdued silhouettes down in the darkness.
I think this might be as good a place to set off a bomb as any.
Okay.
You're just gonna do it right here?
How far down is the lower catwalk?
The ground, or sorry, the floor of this area seems to be about, I'd say 50 feet down.
Okay, so
you wouldn't be able to
armored
tell if there's
drop
any
it.
other doors leading from like the bottom of this large hold into any other areas. You'd imagine there would be.
Can you lure me down with one of your owl companions?
Do you have to be next to it in order to launch it, or?
I need to open up the container and drop the orb. So I'd prefer to do it down there rather than up here.
Do I even still have that spell? Oh yes, there it is. I mean, it's gonna have me summon a bunch of them, but yes, I could.
More distraction.
Or you can summon a higher CR thing that also flies.
Or that.
That works.
Rosalind did remember that Rosalind is very magic illiterate, so the last time she saw owls, that's what she assumes gets summoned.
Alright, well, I will cast Conjure Animals. I don't know of a specific beast, but it'll be a CR2 one, just one of them that can fly. If that works for you, Dova.
Okay, you could probably summon like a rock is CR2.
Isn't a rock enormous?
Whatever it is, as long as it can fit in here and carry Rosalind down and is as strong as we can get it.
I'm sorry, but I can only imagine you summon it, and then you see a camera pan outside the ship, and just feathers out of the windows, just poof out.
I'm looking for an animal that would fit. Do you have anything against dinosaurs?
Not at all. I don't really care what it is.
No,
you know the purpose of this.
I don't think anyone has anything against dinosaurs.
Alright, cool. So as you summon a Hatzagopteryx,
Don't know what that is.
neither did I until now. Hopefully that loads. Perfect. As you summon one of these bad boys, it lets out like a scraggly
Is there a picture
little.
on Fantasy Grounds, or
I put the picture into the Echoes of Eberron chat.
And I think tabletop too.
Yep, it's in tabletop and it's in Echoes of Eberron. But you summon one of those as it lets out a kind of gravelly little chirp, ready to bring you down. It looks intimidating. It's got a huge frickin' beak, like a crest made of bone, and it looks very serious. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for you all.
Oh boy. Hey, that's not bad considering.
Hmm.
You got heavy armor, Sinal?
Oh. Unless...
Medium armor provides penalties.
Some of it does, yeah.
Only it
Yeah.
depends on the medium armor.
Oh, yeah. The scale mail.
Chunk.
So, did we figure out if the wooden thing was a thing for druids?
It is not an
Oh,
official...
it's dragon scale mount, right? Forgot.
Yeah. I got dragon scale mail, but I would absolutely be okay with ironwood. But at the same time,
No, you
I'm
got
also
that
happy
dragon
with my
scale.
dragon
It's expensive stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
All right.
The dragon scale that he rented and needs
He
like
rented.
5k Gallifars if he wants to
like
keep.
30k, about. So, DeSoda and Sinal, you guys do okay. Rosalind and the big thing let out a bit of a clamor as it grabs onto Rosalind, and you hear a handful of kind of groaning creaks from down below. You going for it?
Not gonna stop. I'm gonna go down.
Okay.
So I'm gonna open the top of it. I assume via Yark you like push down at it and the top slides out of the way. One of the sides of the icosahedron.
Yep.
You've got enough strength to just break that bad boy, anyways.
Yep. I will give you that. And toss it. You know what that's for, right?
Yeah. It is making a god awful racket, and it seems like it's about to burst as you break it out of the box and just toss it onto the ground. It makes a clinking clunk as it slams down into the ground, not breaking at all. But for a moment, it sounds like it might.
Let's thing's ready to go. Let's go.
It is rattling. It is shuddering. Also, do you like go down to the ground to put it down?
No, I wanted to just like get down like within like 5 or 10 feet, open it, toss it, and go back up, like
Okay.
all while attached to the dinosaur.
What's your AC?
18.
All right, those are arrows for you. And these are for the thing. That's a crazy name, by the way. Holy crap.
It's cool as heck.
Hatzegopteryx.
Yeah, it's cool as heck.
Yeah.
You need to get one of these permanently soon.
Giant bird. Okay. Says one hit. That's a 21 to hit.
To me or to the bird?
To you, Rosalind.
Okay.
Max damage for 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh no, all of that permanent HP you just gave me.
All right. And this thing has an AC of 11. And it just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 hits. 1, 2. And it's got barely enough health to stay airborne and flying as it lets out a involuntary, or actually it probably wouldn't. It's a spirit animal that would know that you're trying to be stealthy. As it takes the hits, barely remaining airborne. Rosalind, you are showered in a hail of just reflexive longbow shots as you're whisked away by the by the beast towards the catwalk as you get dropped off.
So you're saying this is a Wednesday then?
Yeah.
Yep. Right. I'm just gonna say to Siddle, we better go, and we might want to jump right before it goes off. Not like off, just jump into the air so we minimize the effect.
All right, one more.
All right. Siddle will happily take off, dismissing the bird thing. Run back the way we came, or wherever would be the furthest away.
Yeah, we're gonna run back towards where the others went.
Okay.
I hope you're ready for this, by the way.
I'll probably take about, I don't know, 2 rounds for that.
Okay. Not you, Nova. I'm talking to Siddle.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Zerth and Yark. You guys are heading the opposite way?
Yes, we are.
All right. So, peering through, the sound of machinery is a little bit more evident here. As you peer through the door into what looks to be an on-ship manufacturing plant. You hear the clang of machinery as you watch the little glowing hot production line as bits of recovered scrap metal, broken glaives and long swords and various bits of actual like ingots and pellets and powder get loaded into a large furnace, melted down, and then moved along a large sort of pressing line where it's transformed by magical presses and various sculpting methods to make bits of what you would recognize as armor for undead soldiers. Comfort just completely disregarded. The way that you actually get it on is by straight up just like bolting and screwing it on.
Mm.
You don't feel pain, who cares?
True.
When this bad stuff stays on, it can't be used by the enemy. But bits of armor are being made, replacement swords are being made, no leather handles or anything, just textured sort of knurled steel. As still red hot are thrust into the hands of a small little squad which is currently working its way through getting more supplies, most of them having quite a bit of battle damage on them themselves, which is being fixed by what looks to be an undead officer with a black twisted wand, casting some sort of necromantic healing spell.
Is there a lot of undead over here? Just a few.
There's a lot when you first peered in, but as you continue to watch, they continue to filter out as they get what they need and start to head back to wherever they came from, following way down below. It seems that you guys are actually in one of the upper decks, as it seems that they're heading back out through one of the doors on the far lower levels. Away from, actually it would be towards your room, but you think your room's a bit too high up, so they would not go into your guys' room. It would kind of like go below.
I'll whisper to Yark. It's like, seems to be a manufacturing plant, which is, we may want to take care of that later on. Try to make a mental note where it is.
Yark? I swear to God, if you missed... Okay. I swear to God, if you missed all that...
No, I heard it.
Okay.
But yes, we should definitely... we probably don't need to take care of it now. What was our objective?
To find the engine room.
Yeah, there's to find the engine room. Was our objective to find Stigma?
No, you're trying to find the engine room so that you can shut off the impenetrable shield.
Yeah.
Got it. Then yeah, This is the engine room.
All
Dova,
right.
with my technological know-how, do I know anything about where the engine room might be? Or where I am right now?
Give me an intelligence check.
Wait. Before you do, hold on.
Mhm. You do see quite a bit of labeling on some of the doors and stuff.
Oh
Which,
no. Okay.
Zerth, you know that you know how to read Kyrian.
Yeah.
Look up towards one of the sign plates, and it doesn't make. You sure this has to be Kyrian? It came from Kyr, or Kyrie rather. Sigma speaks with an accent from there. So why can't you read it?
Maybe it's some magic or something?
Can I roll
Give me a history check.
history? History. An 11.
Digging through your mind, you try to remember. It's been a while since you've actually read something in this language, but now that you're thinking about it consciously, you can't actually think of any phrases in Kyrian. You can think of like broken sounds that one would make when speaking it, but you can't actually. You realize you don't understand it anymore.
Too old. Can't remember.
Oh, jeez. That's weird.
My brain must be forgetful in these years. Can't seem to remember what it says. But you're smart. Maybe you can figure out at least the general idea of where we're at.
Hey, a 10. Hey, a 10 is something.
I mean, going this direction, things are getting louder.
A 10 is not less than 10.
Yeah, that's like a very average sort of half and half guess would get you the same results.
Cool.
Yeah, it's getting louder this direction. Probably the way to go.
We shall follow it.
I'm gonna sneaky.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check, both of you, with advantage because the room is so very noisy, and you are in the upper catwalks where it's kind of dark.
Nice.
Chunk.
Don't you normally have disadvantage on it?
Well, I got mithril armor.
Oh,
right.
So you do. That's who had it. Okay.
I
was in my
have
Sunday night game, and I didn't know who had it.
I have mithril, but I'm wearing my adamantine.
The thing is, I
Yeah.
took off my cloak.
So, Zerth, you're trying to be as quiet as possible. Yark, you are just slipping along, your weight not impacting anything, but the actual sort of the nature of a catwalk is that it's made out of metal, and sometimes it makes loud noises, such as when you step over a seam and the creaking from both of them causes a large sort of cracking sound. Nothing actually breaks beneath you, but it attracts the attention of. Well, let's see if any of them roll high enough. Because who knows? You see like three of them down there, kind of looking around. They thought something was up for a sec, but they kind of look back, and one of them seems to be staring almost directly at you. Not doing anything for a moment until he kind of shakes his head, his eyelids very slowly blinking. You can't really see his teeth behind a full metal faceplate on his helmet, but it doesn't look like he noticed you.
Insert Skyrim. Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, As you keep going a little further, the officer who has just finished up kind of looks towards where he saw the noise, almost instantly spots you, Zerth, with his dark vision, points, and is going to yell out something while casting a spell at you, Zerth. I need a Constitution saving throw.
I'm okay at that. Oh no, I'm not okay at that.
How do you only have a +1 to Constitution?
Because he's a cleric and neglects Constitution.
I got a 13 in Constitution. It's okay for the old man.
All right. Are you at full health?
Yes.
Thank
I don't think for any more.
you. All right. So, remember, bud, you take very average damage of 8 points of Constitution. 8 points of necrotic damage, not Constitution damage. That'd be brutal. You take 8 points of necrotic damage as a low thrumming bell rings all around you, and at that same time, the 5 or 6 or so undead soldiers still down there finally seem to notice from the loud sound and reach over, grabbing whatever weapons are within reach. Some of them grabbing just still red hot long swords, smoke kind of swirling up from their palms as they race around towards some of the catwalks to try to get up to you.
How far away are they?
Furthest one's about 50 feet away.
50 feet. Huh.
I will need an initiative roll for everyone at this point.
You know, I'm having flashbacks to the first game. The very first game where I tried to stealth and I knocked over that cart.
Oh yeah.
That was so long ago. Holy frick.
And I got a gator memory. It's very selective, but it's locked in there like dinosaur knowledge.
Okay. So, up first is going to be Phil. You are up. What you doing? You're just at the moment. You are just running back.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception?
Great question. 20.
20. You would hear the distinctive sound of a Toll the Dead spell being cast.
Dong.
I will.
A low, kind of droning, almost dread-inducing bell.
I will grab Rosalind's shoulder and direct her in that direction and head that way.
All right. That would be continuing into the space that you were in before with the one dead guy. Are you moving full speed and a sprint?
Yes.
All right. You would probably make it to the slightly open or slightly ajar bulkhead where you'd see the manufacturing plant, and after a moment you would see probably Zerth readying a retaliatory spell as well as Yark on a catwalk about 60 feet away from you in the middle of the room.
I assume that was my entire move action, my entire turn?
Yep, that was your move and your dash.
What do I have for bonus? Wait, I know what I'll use for my bonus. Star Form!
You become very starry and bright and stellar.
I am become stars!
Would you say the stars are in his eyes?
Yes.
And his
Stars are
hands
inside.
and his feet and his chest and his belly and, just everything.
Oh, the yeah.
Yeah. I'm full stars.
Stars.
So
Are you
yeah.
also naked now, or like are you
Yark! Don't make me bonk you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just curious, like, is he just stars with clothes, or is he completely smooth, or the clothes also stars now? These are
I'd
important
imagine
questions.
it's like all his fur is now
Okay.
fiber optic cables. Where
Mhm.
like
he's
some of them
Okay, I
have
like
like
that
little dots
idea.
of light out the tip.
No, he's still
I
wearing
love
clothes,
that
that's the thing.
idea. But technically, your body becomes luminous, your joints glimmer like stars, and glowing lines connect them as on a star chart. Here, this form sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
So
Oh,
he looks
he's
like
fake
he
clothing,
looks like
technically.
he looks like a 3D star projection. Effectively, you
but
you
still
can't
has his
see any
armor on?
features on him.
But still has his armor.
I believe so.
What is that one alien, the 3-headed alien from Ben 10?
I do not know.
The Chronicler or something?
I don't remember. It depends on which Ben 10 too. There's been like 4 of them.
Damn it! I want to go watch. I want to go watch original Ben 10 again.
Yeah, the
I
original
kinda
was
do.
the only good one in my opinion.
Not
Anyways,
gonna lie.
let's
I really
focus.
liked Accelerate.
All right,
Oh,
let's get back into it. Let's focus. So,
Oh yeah, this is climactic.
yeah, this is kind of big because there is currently a ticking time bomb going off in another room.
Literally.
Sinel, you turn on your star form and you become luminous and sparkly, and you just look wonderful. Rosalind, it would take 120 feet of movement to get into the room. Sinel, or not 120 feet, 60 feet.
I have.
Sinel, do you move faster than that, rather?
I have 45 foot of movement, so
45 feet of
almost.
movement?
Yeah.
Okay. You'd still need to use a dash action to get in there, unfortunately. But you'll be in a
However,
great position.
however, the great thing is I can still throw my hammer as a bonus action.
That's true. They'd have a bonus to their AC because you'd be able to barely see him. You have to like throw it, like arc it around something.
So yeah, I will dash like you suggested, and then I will throw the hammer.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Help if I actually brought up the combat tracker to.
Track combat.
Yeah. Choose a random number of one of the mooks. So
8.
none of them are 8.
2.
0.
You do that one.
Okay, number 2. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, hit even with a bonus to the AC. Very nice, very nice. Woo! That's radiant too. That hurt.
Yep.
It's not vulnerable
And-
to it, thankfully.
That's my turn over. As I just breach through the doorway and kind of jump and throw the hammer with one hand.
You like curve it around a central support pillar and it bounces off a wall before hitting a guy.
I'm the Happy Gilmore of hammer throwing.
Yeah. All right. Zerth,
Yes.
you are now both in the room. Your turn.
You said they're 50 feet away?
Yep, they're about 50 feet away. If you wanted to do a fireball, you can get 3 of them at a time. All of them are the unhurt ones.
I was about to say, can I move close enough to where they're within 30 feet of me?
Absolutely. You'd use about 20 feet of movement. If you want to do 30, yeah, you can do 20.
Okay, I'll use that, and because then I can just do my channel divinity turn on dead. And because I'm level 11 now, anything 2 or lower gets destroyed if they fail the wisdom save.
All right. Anything CR2 or lower?
Yep.
CR2 is big.
Hey, if I'm 14, it boosts it up to CR3.
What's Constitution saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. So, if you're not throwing a fireball, then instead you'll be getting 10 to. You'll be be getting 10 and 2 as those are the closest that are charging up the stairway. Actually, you probably get 22 as well. So you get 3 of them. Sorry, what's the con save? I missed it. I'm done.
Yeah, wisdom.
Wisdom? What's the
19.
DC? 19? Okay.
I believe it's 19. Nope, that's melee.
What's your wisdom modifier?
Oh no, I think it's actually 20 now.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if your wisdom modifier is 5 and our proficiency bonus is 5, then your spell DC is 20.
18. It's 8
No,
plus 5 plus 5.
Yeah.
Well, I also have the devotion that gives me a +2, so it's 20.
Oof.
So, what?
Amulet of Devotion.
Ah.
So they would all fail then. But none of them are below CR2. They are all CR3.
Okay, so then just turn undead.
They want to fuck off.
I just bellow with rage.
Oh God. God.
He's channeling me before I even fully get in the room. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, we got 2 fan arts, by the way.
Ooh.
I mentioned
we
them
missed
earlier,
this?
but
Oh, well, I'm still very dumb.
Oh,
there we go.
One was literally just posted.
one was literally just me being me is dumb.
And you said it just at that second.
Yeah. No, fair. We got
And there's-
small brains.
There's
Except
still
parrots. They got small, but they're smart.
Yeah,
Somehow.
that looks about right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I pictured.
Yep.
I accept this.
His eyes are constellations. You can get lost in entire star fields.
Remember, birds are dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, you can quote me on that.
Did.
There you go. Perfect. Fantastic. I'm quoted.
I don't think. Let's see. That used my action.
It would be an action to divine thing. Forget what it's called.
Think I really have any bonus actions other than the healing stuff that we don't really need right now.
Because that's what I was thinking
There,
of. in
I have
Eberron
added-
chat.
I have added it as a quote on the channel. Birds are dumb.
There we go.
Well,
Well, that's
but
good.
I'll just bellow and rage. End of my turn. It's not much.
Oh, I like that even more, Stefanara.
Yeah, that is the messenger from Legends of Runeterra.
So that was it, Zerth?
Yep.
All right. As they seem to almost sizzle and burn a little bit, taking damage from the pure emotional rage that just radiates out of you. Yark.
I don't know, Seth. I still think Aurelian Soul is more attractive than that otter.
Of course you do, because he's a freaking dragon.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. Anyway, I'm a firebolt.
All right. Which one?
What's probably the closest one?
Okay, the ones that are still not running away, that would probably be 25. 25, or you can go after the officer who casts. There it is. And I completely forgot, by the way, that you guys automatically crit your first attack, which, Zerth, you still haven't made one.
Nope.
So that's going to be a crit.
Well, let me draw the card.
Yep. So it's going to be max damage and
Magic! Magical Barrage. Maximum damage and 2 additional targets within range are affected at half potency, or the spell's area of effect is increased by 10 feet.
Sweet,
So-
I hit all 3 of them.
I think, let me double check, but you should be able to do this automatically. Doing the plus/minus in the upper right. Let me double check. Yes.
I'll clear the
So, oh wait, it doesn't look. It looks like it doesn't actually apply the half. So,
Well, either way. Alright, max damage first,
wait.
and then Dover can just apply it to the other two.
Well, you can just roll. You have to. You can roll the damage yourself on them because I don't think the second ones are maxed. The two others
No,
are
but
maxed.
they are halved.
So you can do the plus minus in the upper right, click half, and that'll apply it.
It's 20, right? Wait, there's no 20. Who did I just hit? 22?
Yeah. Is there 20? I thought there was. You hit 25.
Okay.
So 25, 27, and then 22. Oh, good lord.
That does actually
And-
mean I should have crit on the.
Oh! Hold on,
the-
it's half potency of this attack. It's not separate attacks.
They are automatically hit, but I think you'd roll the damage normally and do half for those.
So if I need a rule, okay.
It would be normally in half.
Alright, who are the other ones I'm hitting?
27 and 22. Very nice, very nice.
So I clicked half. I don't know if it actually did anything.
Yeah, it did. It applied it right.
Okay, cool.
So as your firebolt fires off, you actually managed to kind of clip the first guy, but where it actually manages to impact is a large, what looks to be an iron barrel of something, which upon getting hit by the firebolt immediately explodes, throwing shrapnel and flames all over the place.
Something apparently flammable.
Apparently very
we're
flammable.
we're Divinity Original Sin 2 now. You know, all the oil barrels you find randomly.
No, this one was painted blue. This is weird.
That's not normal.
That's not normal. You expected the fire to go out when it hit it. No, it just got worse. That doesn't make sense.
In the very beginning of Divinity 2, there's this first fight you can do, and like the enemy soldier always, the first thing he does is shoot a water barrel that just puts water all over the ground.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
It
you
is
can get the
DeSoto's
most
turn. What's
broken
he doing?
barrel in the game right in the tutorial.
DeSoto does not have a bonus action, but he's just running to keep up with us, so...
All right. Why? How did I delete this? Oh, right. No, I remember why. Somewhere else.
Dova, did I get that crit on the thrown weapon, or are you going to wait until I actually get into combat?
We're gonna wait until your next one, because I
Okay.
keep forgetting about it, and you deserve to actually have it happen in real time, as opposed to, oh yeah, by the way, you insta killed this guy. I think that's kind of cheap.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think that feels good. What did Mir do on your turn, by the way, Yark? Just stick by you?
Or
Or it would have stuck by Rosalind. It would just kind of stuck there.
I have him just sitting on Rosalind's shoulder.
All right.
Or he can hide like under her scarf where there's the neck protection.
That's actually the perfect idea.
3.
Because she has like neck armor, and then there's the scarf just tucked in there.
Perfect.
So 3 each one. Okay.
I thought you were doing like Route 66 there for a minute.
Yark, you see a flash of magic from down below as the officer takes a few steps behind a kind of a waist-high iron wall and fires a third-level magic missile at you.
Well, nothing you can do about that.
I mean, there's one thing you can do about it.
No.
Remember, shield automatically cancels out magic missile if you have it.
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
it
don't have
does. Well, you have to cast it.
I thought it was. I thought you were thinking of the Breech of shielding.
Nope. Shield spell just completely negates magic missile.
I think you may have noticed that upon switching to
Oh, you lost that spell, didn't you?
Alchemist. Yeah, it was a Battle Master only spell.
Gotcha. So this would be.
And you can get an alternative out of Tasha's.
Huh?
All right, Yark, you take 21 points of force damage as the bolts just kind of weave their way through the various little slots in the grating, impacting you with the force of a blunt crossbow bolt, each one.
That feels like a low roll.
That's not bad. That's 5d4 plus 5.
I don't know. I expected more, but I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah. It's kind of lame at higher levels. You'd think it would get like 2 more darts per level, but no, it just gets 1.
You sacrifice damage for accuracy.
True. He guaranteed damage on you. So these guys are turned. They're running away. They're running away. They don't like this. Their instincts are overwritten, and they don't like it. They get to make the save at the end of their turn. Yeah.
I think it's until. Let me look at that real
They
quick.
take damage, or
I think
okay.
it's
Well,
until.
we'll come back to those bad boys. These two guys are going to charge up the stairs and just have enough speed to probably catch up to Zerth.
Yeah, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay, he's just running. That's 2 slashes. Oh, that's a heck of a multi-attack. Both of them get to swing 3 times.
Beautiful, bring it on! I yelled at their friends. They are mad now.
Undead fighters.
16, 10, 7. Those all miss. Second verse, rather. Oh, come on. Somebody roll above. There we go. We got 1 hit. We got 2 hits.
Hey, 2 out of 6.
Neither of them have shields. Bop. And bop. Alright, so 15 points of slashing damage overall, as the second one actually manages to get past your shield, giving you a few very shallow glancing blows. Some of the kind of dense, very solid blade getting through and kind of cutting some of the chain links apart. Off somewhere, Dusty is having a whale of a time. Sinel.
So, are any of them in range now?
What are you trying to fight?
Load bow.
Load bow? Oh, they're all in range.
Excellent.
Pretty sure you could hit some of Sharn from here.
It's just that there was a wall in the way previously. You had to go for the open door.
Yeah. You have plenty of view of them.
And I'm above them, aren't I?
Yep, you have the high
you're
ground,
above-
Anakin.
Except for the 2 that are attacking Zerth. You can attack any of the turned one and the officer just fine. Officer does have half cover, though. Or he has cover, rather. I need to review the cover rules, sorry.
Okay, so the ones that say
disadvantage.
turn on them, I can shoot.
Yeah, the turned ones you can shoot with advantage, because they're above. A half cover, he has +2 to AC. The officer does.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
It's
then I'll
actual
just shoot
numbers,
him.
strangely.
Numbers
Yes.
in my definition.
Technically, this would be your crit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, instead of
yeah.
disadvantage or disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
So you automatically crit, you do full damage. Max damage, rather. Which one are you attacking? Number...
The officer.
You're going to the officer, yeah.
Let's see. Distracting jab. Quadruple damage, and the target must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target is disadvantaged on attacks for 2d4 plus 2 rounds.
I don't think it's going to survive that.
I don't think so.
Should have marked
either.
down the load bow actual arrow.
Yeah.
And just roll the dice. I want to see.
Well, there is quadruple damage.
A lot of D12s.
Yeah.
And then
as ringing through the space is almost a ringing clang as an arrow fires out and basically pins him to the wall, clearly doing enough catastrophic damage to override all. Actually, you know what? He's gonna try to make the save, the zombie save, because none of that was technically radiant damage.
Except that crits negate that.
Actually, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah, Undead Fortitude is negated by either crits or radiant damage.
Trust me,
Because
Safador and I know Undead Fortitude way too well.
Yeah. We literally have trauma from Undead Fortitude.
Was that in my game?
No, that was the Monday game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which we killed a zombie like 20 times.
Alright, so.
Do I hit with my Archer Constellation?
Yes. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do you need
What's
to?
Archer? Sorry?
So, part of my starry form, I get to choose a constellation, which, Archer. As a constellation of an archer appears on you when you activate this form, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack, hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of you. On a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. At this level, it went up to 2d8.
Got you.
Not as much damage as I was hoping for, but I am still
that's
happy.
Not bad.
It's a bonus action, like it's free.
Yeah,
it's free.
It's a bonus action.
All right, so it gets to make its wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage because of things. It's number 2. It's going to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage, not disadvantage, advantage. Which it nat 20, leading to a total of 21, which beats it. That was number 2, as it is jolted back in reality, is no longer turned, and will basically have to spend its next action to get to someone first, or it can just use its longbow. But after that, it is initiative count 20, and bad things happen elsewhere. Okay.
I don't like that.
100-foot radius circle, so you guys would be outside of it, thankfully. Shakes creatures and structures in contact with the ground in that area.
I thought it was a 1 mile radius.
Actually, if it's the actual orb, then it might have some modifiers on it.
Oh, okay.
But the spell by default has 100. 1 minute spell is cast. Turn it. Yeah, unfortunately, it is only 100 feet for some of the effects. I'm still reading through all the little fiddly bits. Fissures. Structures. Message me.
Yep. I sent you a yipogram.
Yeah, regardless of the type of orb, its effect is contained within a sphere with a 1 mile radius. The orb is the sphere's point of origin. The orb is destroyed after 1 use.
That's on the Orb of Devastation.
Yeah, that's just the Devastation orb thing. And then Earth Orb says, specifically, when it detonates, it subjects the area to the effects of the Earthquake spell for 1 minute, spell save DC 18. For the purpose of the spell's effect, the spell is cast on the turn that the orb explodes.
Got you. Alright, and this lasts for 1 minute.
Yep.
Okay. None of them are concentrating that you know of. Ooh. Ooh, that's a spicy one.
That's a spicy meatball.
I don't know how much damage doing a localized earthquake on an airship will do, but I'm hoping it's enough to distract.
Can you give me a spell save DC for this spell?
18.
18? Alright.
But obviously, the structure itself doesn't get a spell save because it's a structure, unless the airship is somehow a living creature.
Mm.
You know, I've never actually looked at
this is some complex stuff. Okay, so
never actually looked at earthquake itself. I want to have a look at.
Isn't
we're
that like a
gonna
high
see
level-
if a fissure opens up in this room.
Oh no.
I mean, I definitely
Alright.
think a ship-based earthquake would definitely cause some structural damage.
Yeah, one would.
Yeah, it does
we
50
do
bludgeoning damage to any structure.
We do have more
Each
influence, by the way.
The ethereal influence or more art. But I will accept that influence. You guys have basically 2 auto crits lined up. Total 1d6. All
Yes, of
right,
course
so
you've used your
Zerth and
first
Yark,
one.
you guys are bunched up. Rosalind and Sinel, you guys are bunched up. Rosalind, Sinel, and DeSoda are bunched up. Basically, your guys' groups. I'm gonna roll a d4 on a 1 or a 1 and a 2. They'll hit one of you guys. 3 or a 4, they'll go somewhere else. Zerth and Yark, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yay! No. Okay. Oh, that
So
was
I need
almost-
everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, anyways.
Okay. Is this from a spell effect?
This is for. Technically, it would be. This
Okay,
is to
it just-
avoid falling down.
Right, because it's my cloak of spell resistance. So
Got you. Yark? We'll just do a dexterity save for him. This is for the fissure.
nice.
I realized I forgot to specify my saving throws, so one moment, I need to look that up again.
Okay. And then I need a second dexterity saving throw from Yark and Zerth. This is for falling down.
When the bridge is falling down, falling.
You said another dexterity?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Yark, that's your first save. As a fail. Go ahead and give me another one.
Oh,
It's also a fail.
jeez.
All right. So, Sinel and DeSoda, you fall prone. Zerth and Yark both saved the fail to fall into the fissure. Thankfully, so did the zombies along with you.
Yay.
This is what you prepared for. We did say we were setting off an earthquake bomb on the ship.
I prepared for aerial combat, damn it, this time.
It's just, what are you telling me?
I
this is
like-
actually
I like-
perfect. As Sinel and DeSoda are like knocked to the side, banging their head against the wall, and if you are concentrating on any spell, you do lose it. Or actually, you guys need to give me a. Are you guys concentrating on any spells right now?
I don't think so.
No. Zerth is turn undead at concentration based.
I don't think it is,
Nah.
actually.
That'd
No?
be really
Okay.
bad if it was.
That'd be what. Okay, so nobody has to make that save, but if you did have concentration, you probably would have lost it. as Sinala and DeSoto prone. Yarg, Zerth, and 2 zombies both fall about 30 feet. As the scaffold around you is shaken so violently that the supports snap and you guys are sent falling off. Give me...
Dova,
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I was about to say I have winged boots on.
All right. Perfect.
Dova, which one was the save that I failed?
That would be... You wanna not fail it?
I'd like
'Cause
to
that
add.
would be-
I'd like to use Flash of Inspiration to add 4 to it.
That would pass it.
Sweet.
So, you would be functionally prone, but you're basically hanging by a girder, about 30 feet up.
That's cool.
Hey, I was smart enough to not fall. Sweet.
Except when that happens to all the bots in Vermintide, then it's not cool because I fucking hate picking them back up.
Seriously,
All right.
I'm prepared this time.
Zerth, you'd be able to float to the ground, no problem. Everything is difficult terrain, by the way. So half movement speed everywhere. Yark, you're up there. Rosalind, you're fine. Who cares? You got a 20. You're good. You didn't fall down. You're not prone. Everything's still difficult terrain.
Dova,
Okay, 30. So that's going to be what like 2. Was it 1d6 for every 10 feet?
Oh my god.
Something like that
Something like that.
for the fissures.
Okay. Well, at least the fissures don't list an exact damage, but just fall damage for the other undead guys. So that'd be which one has got up there? It was 25 and 27 that got up there. So they take an additional 12 points. He does. He's still alive, barely. He's prone. 27 takes 9 more points. He's looking a lot better. All right. Rosalind, it is finally your turn. Everything's shaking. Everything seems like it's falling apart. And it's at this point that alarms start to ring. These cacophonous, sort of wailing sirens almost directly in your ears, echoing through the ship, as it groans and creaks and shudders around you, as it threatens to just break apart.
All hands to battle stations.
Do any of you understand all languages spoken?
No, not me.
Any of you understand, and none of you understand Kyrian either. As you
Nope.
hear the distinct voice of Sigma very calmly enunciate something through all the various speaking horns throughout the ship in Kyrian. Kind of sounds a little bit a mix between Latin and French. Zerth, you recognize the words, just don't remember what they mean. Rosalind, it's your turn for real. You've got
Okay.
2
How
freaking crits lined up. You're
Yeah,
gonna
how
freaking use them.
how far away is like the closest undead soldier?
Closest undead soldier, they would all be kind of down on the ground, way down there, about 30 feet down. But you can just leap over the railing. Done. You're on the ground, maybe 5
Yeah,
foot.
that's what I was thinking because jumping is technically I'm jumping over the difficult terrain, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I consider that you could use all your movement to jump over the railing and try to land on one of the soldiers down there by Zerth.
Yep,
That
that
would
sounds
be onto 27 and 25. They're right next to each other. You go for it?
Yeah, first of all though, I'm going to do this.
Rage. All right.
Yep, so that's my bonus
Going-
action.
All right. I'm going to need a acrobatics check. This is just pure dexterous aim and judging the distance.
Middle of
So
the
you
road.
You can either take the full fall damage, no damage resistance, and land on them, or you can land off to the side, outside of melee distance, take no damage.
Nah, I'm gonna land on them because I still take half fall damage regardless.
You got squirrel shit. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's after half. And then you are on him.
Yep. That will be an attack with Iron Fang. Do you want me to roll it, even though I'm gonna crit automatically?
It auto crits. Go ahead. Go ahead and get me a crit card. Probably 2, because you're just gonna use them all right now.
Is there a point in using both crits at the moment?
I don't think there's actually an option. You just use them right away.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I guess I am using them both.
All right. Go ahead and just start rolling damage.
All right.
Or get the crit cards first.
Yeah.
Melee slashing, I think, for the first one.
No, it's
Bludgeoning.
piercing bludgeoning.
Oh, war pick, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so for the first one, find an opening, maximum damage, and you have advantage on your next attack against the target.
All right.
Okay.
Just do max damage.
What is the second one?
Same. It's with the same weapon.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Right in the kisser. Maximum damage, and the target cannot speak for 3d4 rounds.
All right. Woo-hoo.
You hit the caster, right?
The caster is dead. All right.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Well, then the caster got absolutely
and then
destroyed.
the second one's max. Yep.
So that will
Nice.
kill number
That's-
25, just outright.
Yeah, it's gonna kill him. Like, I don't see him. It would be like another. It'll be another 48 because I add 2 on top of my. I add 2 dice on top of my criticals. So.
Gotcha. He might survive. Depends on if you can add any additional damage.
Well, it's another 42. That's 94 points of damage. With
That
some of it
would-
being radiant.
That would kill number 27. And since some of it is radiant, yeah, he doesn't come back.
I think I just actually split him in half with the war pick side.
Yeah. Somehow with the piercing weapon, you split someone in half.
Yep.
It's just that much force going into it. That would be the end of your turn then. Zerth,
Yep.
It is your turn. You fell down to the ground, caught your fall with the featherfall boots, or the boots of flying, and now right next to you, Rosalind just slammed into the ground and basically split 2 of the soldiers just down the middle.
Before I do anything, I just want to go on the record and said I foresaw this and didn't listen to myself, and I'm yelling at myself because when I was casting Death Ward to everybody, I'm like, oh, I should cast Freedom of Movement on everybody. That would be smart. Nah, I don't think we'll be in a situation that would require difficult terrain in the air.
I know, right? Like, when does that ever happen?
Honestly, I thought the bomb was just gonna blow the ship up, and we just called her a death. So I was banking on that. Okay, who's in front of me?
Rosalind's right next to you. In front of you would probably be number 10 and number 2.
10 and 2.
10 and 2. 22 is kind of up in some of the scaffolding, trying not to fall down.
If I cast a fireball, can I get all 3 of them?
You could get 2 of them.
Get
You could
2
probably
of them.
get 2 and 22.
2 and 22. Let's see what this move does. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let me look at fireball. Okay. Would you say 22 is within 30 feet of the other ones? Instead of 20?
I'd say so.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave.
Alright.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or they're gonna take 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage. My choice, and be knocked prone. I'm gonna choose radiant.
All right.
Well,
Well,
can't you
they're going
max
to-
the thunder damage?
Oh, I'm maxing.
Absolutely, you can, because they crit fail, and I consider this to be a crit hit. So, can I get a spell critical hit card?
You don't want to save some of your channel divinity for potentially fighting Sigma?
Just
No,
one?
I got one more.
Sorry?
How many cards do we need?
Just one.
Just one. And you
Spell.
said spell?
Yep, spell. Thunder damage.
Eruption! Triple damage.
Woo!
Okay. So that's 3 times. Well, it's. Ooh, I think this may outright kill him. The thunder damage is 5d6.
So it'd be 15d6 for triple damage? Right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's
we triple the
maximized.
dice.
Yeah. This is gonna be gross. I think it's about 90 damage each.
Can I do 15? You know what? I'm gonna do.
You just need to right click on the damage until you get 15 done.
Alright, let's see. Maximize. Alright. Alright, let's see. I gotta count 3, 6, 7, 9, 12, 15, 3, 6, 9. Okay. Alright, which one am I aiming at? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Just throw it in the chat. We'll see if any of them survive.
Okay.
Oh, good God. Yeah.
And that's not counting the radiant damage.
All right. So I've marked that off. I mean,
And I'll
DeSoto
just-
technically has 2 crits lined up, by the way.
And I'll roll the
If you-
radiant damage.
Yeah. If you want to,
Would the radiant damage be triple too?
just go ahead and roll it tripled. I want to get a big number because none of them survived.
Okay. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's too many. Dang it. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay.
Good Lord.
I think that's doubled.
Yeah, that is. They
Most
don't take double damage from radiant. These
Oh,
guys are
well,
strong.
that's the most damage I think I've ever done.
That's 180 damage in one go.
Yep.
That is not bad at all.
Oh, and that was all just for 7 spell points too.
So, as just a crater opens up in this corner, throwing molten slag from the now cracked and broken foundry. Just a cacophonous explosion resounds through the already creaking and kind of groaning and grumbling frame of the airship all around you. The room is very faintly quiet for a moment before all the sound returns in just pure rumbling noise. As you all are now out of initiative for the moment.
I like to picture that Zerf just slams down with his body, and as he lands, just a wave of just reddish thunder comes out.
It's just the fucking.
You know,
Just
sometimes
Gibby falling down
you
from
actually
the
make me
ceiling.
proud of you. Sometimes.
Gotta live up to your expectations.
Alright, I'll say it's been 6 seconds, so my rage wears off.
Alright.
So, is the airship
Man.
even still flying at this point?
We don't know, we're
That's a
inside.
great question. Actually, go ahead and give me a perception check, all of you.
Nice.
Oh, nice!
Good lord.
Why do we all roll so high on a perception check? Couldn't you
We're
save that
looking
for
for
something else?
So, you guys feel very light on your feet for a few moments. The vibrations passing from the metal grate up into your legs and feet, kind of. All right, Rosalind, what's up? Gotcha.
Just making sure.
As it kind of twirls through the room. You feel very light on your feet for a moment as you feel like you're actually falling before all of a sudden that weight returns all at once, and as it settles down you feel a distinct sensation of rising as the airship is now gaining altitude.
Well, I mean, there's no way we didn't do damage with that. Like, since we felt it falling, seems like we've strained the engine.
Mm-hmm. Or damaged it enough.
And that might have affected things, but with the shield. But we should probably go and we should probably keep going.
Yes.
Although part of me wishes I could have seen the room as what happened to the room of zombies at ground zero.
I mean,
You
it technically
too.
doesn't do any damage.
No,
aside
but
from the fissures and
yeah,
all fun.
the fissures, and they might, and the entire walkway would have probably collapsed, considering it
That's
deals 50 damage to structures, and it was
very
on top
true.
of that walkway.
That is very true.
They're just gonna go, I don't think I have enough mending to fix what we just did, and that makes me very happy.
Do you think I've set aside my flaw for today, Delvin?
What is your flaw? I forget.
The flaw I got when attuning to Iron Fang, that I like to destroy things.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you have appeased it. At least. Well, I mean, actually, there's some expensive-looking machinery over there.
You know where Thor and Hulk kind of have a bro fist moment, and Hulk just punches Thor out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosalind just does that to the machine. It's just she's
a
just
little parting shot.
Yeah, she's just standing there like I absolutely still. Nothing indicates that she's going to destroy something, and then she just boom hand whips out and she just destroys something.
God, I love that woman.
You get a little.
Don't you mean me? You said God.
Squirrely, I love that woman. I'm still getting used to it, sweetie.
You have to think of a better swear word to use.
I do.
Yeah.
Or not a. But yeah, instead of squirrel.
Oh my!
That has a weight behind it.
Mighty squirrely deity, give me a book of rage names.
Maybe I should actually like start picking a domain or something like that to specialize in.
Mm-hmm. For clerics, rather. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Anyway, let's go to it. We got shield emitters to destroy.
how long would you guys like to go tonight?
I am off
I don't
tomorrow. I'm good.
All right.
I actually do have work in the morning.
Okay.
We still at least have 25 minutes though, right?
That's true, but you guys are about 5 feet from getting into a combat encounter at any point while you're on this airship. Especially
Okay.
now that the alarms are going off. So, I'd prefer to have Dusty be here for it. Also, yeah, we will definitely get into another combat if we continue on. Unless you guys want to stick around, try to remain kind of low profile, and try to do some snooping around, try to figure things out. Because right now you don't know where on the airship you are, where you're going.
Nah, I think what it'll be is it'll just be like boss rush next session because we set off the bomb. Hopefully that diverts or distracts most of the forces, and then we just cleave through whatever security forces.
Okay.
Yeah.
and just hope you're going the right way.
Yep.
Because remember, it's a big flying wing. If
Yep.
you end up going the wrong way, you're going to hit the end of a wing and have to go all the way back.
I mean, if we just go the wrong way, then we'll just try and sink the thing.
Fair enough. Got me there.
Are we ending here?
Yeah, I think now's as good a place as any.
Sounds like it.
No, you would not hear that. Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. We will be back next week with more. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. We do not have our new D&D group ready to go just yet, but I will be streaming some other games, so do make sure you come tune on in for that. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of all of you that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. Don't forget to check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. I can only continue bringing these streams with your support, so you can do so on the Patreon, or you can grab some merch. You can find links for that on the website and in the description. Or you can simply share the stream around. Friends, foes, strangers, wherever, share it around. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Come back on Saturday, wherein I will pester and yell at the Starfinder GM to bring my dead character back to life. It's going to be cool. It's going to be wholesome. It's going to be great.
Oh, are you planning to do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Well, all right. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
God. Every time.